Australia. I see you. You're first. You are first, and you made it. Can I ask you a question, Red Australia? Did you get a notification? Yes or no? Do you even know? My tea is getting me high. I'm drinking chai tea with 50 milligrams of THC gummies melted in it. That's what I'm drinking. So my tea is amazing. How are you? Sorry, just finishing up a little tech here, getting my stream going. A leaf just fell in front of us. Did you see it? I think it was right off camera, but it kind of shocked me. Hi, Old Coffee. Hi, Sam. Hi, Sal. Good to see you, Pooh. Sal, did you get a notification? Marshall, no? Well, here's what I can see, Marshall. I do have my live circle back on. Wasn't there before, so I fixed half of it. Can I ask any of you in chat, especially those that you know that know me? Edwin, hello. Sal, hello. Can you two answer a question for me? Did you get a notification for this live stream? Or did any of you other people, did anybody in my chat right now, there's 23 of you, did any of you get a notification for this stream? I'm halfway there, Marshall. Thank you, though, for letting me know. What the fuck? Why am I not, people are not getting notified? It's poo-poo. That's what it is. It's poop. And it's not even a sparkly, happy poop. Okay? It's a yuck 'em up. Does YouTube not understand I have a canopy up? I have a veil. Do they not get that? It's worth a notification, people. Okay, as you guys are coming in, would you mind hitting that like button? Go up there and manually give me a thumbs up and like the stream. Or if you're on your phone or your device, do it the fun way and double tap the screen to like my stream. Double tap the screen to like my stream. It just popped up, Sal. You got a notification? Yes. Yes, Sal. Look. Look how happy my toes are. They're dancing and wiggling. That's all I needed to hear was that one of you got a notification. Okay, so maybe it's coming up late, but it's coming up. Good enough for me. Red Australia says it's in YouTube that you're live. Yes, Red Australia, coming in my home slice. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Well, my last stream this morning, I definitely wasn't giving out notifications, and there was something amiss. And I set my stream for later to monetize it. But when I went to go live later when I was supposed to, it said, do you want to restart your stream? As if I had already been streaming and stopped it, and I knew that was not the case. So from beginning, from A to Z on that last stream, there was a problem, and I knew it. And look, YouTube isn't always correct. They fuck up, especially on my channel. My channel is broke. When I first came back from getting my channel back last June, I would go live here, and I didn't give out notifications for a good 2 or 3 months. And I'm not making that up. It's not just because my views were low. I would tell you my views were low. Nobody could get a notification from me for months. And then after about 3 months, my channel started giving out notifications again. Now, sporadically, sometimes it does that. It won't give out notifications. I've tried to hit up YouTube. I've sent them screenshots. Do they hit me back about that shit? No, they don't care. I think my channel's a little bit broke and always will be. So sometimes as it happens, I'm not really worried about my numbers. What I'm worried about is people like Marshall, who are my, my main people, my main bitches. I want them to be notified so that they're here with me live because I want that support from my main people. I'm not trying to get new people. I'm not trying to get numbers. Look, I love that and I appreciate all that. But what I want to see is those 50 to 20 names of people that I love and adore and feel comfortable around with the last, you know, I almost said 20 years. That almost came out of my mouth. 4 years. 20 years. Hello. Take another sip of gummy, lady. So thanks, Marshall, for doing this experiment with me. At least we started a new stream. That's fun. We'll see how this goes. I don't have much time, you guys, because all these devices are going to die. Uri Girl Brooke is in chat. She's giving me stars. Look, I got my hands full, but I'm doing the star thing. 2 stars. She sent me, hi, Uri Girl. Good to see you. Uri Girl, can you tell me something? Did you get a notification? Yes or no? Mancan's here. Mancan, did you get a notification for this live stream? Yes or no? I need to hear from both of you, please. Red Australia says, I will watch out for notifications. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. This is my diary. This is my daily diary entry. What I'm doing is documenting my life. And believe me, I have a lot of people that hate me, that hate that, and that troll me. But more importantly, I have a lot of people that love me and support me. And I want to make sure that those people are here when I live stream, right? That's my main concern. After me documenting my life, that's my main concern. Old McTie-Dye says no, she didn't get one either. Dang it, I don't know what's going on. Uri Girl Brooks says yes. So some of you did and some of you didn't. Interesting. Interesting. And nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. I can just know about it. I could try to shoot an email to YouTube, but it will be lost in the ether. They'll never contact me back, and they'll probably never fix it. I just have to hope it's a glitch and go on. And realize that, even if you guys aren't here on my live stream, that's not where my numbers come from. If I was a number girl, I'd tell you, my numbers come in the next 24 hours. People re-watch my live stream. If I end the stream and I have 1K on this live stream, by the end of the day, it's hit up to 47. Usually it's 5 to 10, but it all comes later. I don't have that kind of people watching me live. So I feel like it's a small number of you, a percentage of you that actually watch me live, and the majority of you who watch me do watch me later in repeats. So thank you. Repeats, listen to me. I really appreciate that you guys do that. But me being a live streamer, I'm a live streamer. If I have my chat on and I'm streaming, I want you guys to be an interactive part of it. Imagine if on that day when I got the most I've ever got, which was 47K on a stream, and that was 3 weeks ago? What if today I got 47K again? And what if none of you watch me later, but all you are right there right now? Wouldn't that be insane? I mean, that would be insane to me. I would like to see what that chat looked like. It would be like Ice Poseidon's. It would be like, did you ever see the really successful streamers, how fast their chat goes? The only person I can really say is maybe Clavicular or Ice Poseidon, and their chat is just like, Skippy and I'll be watching it on the big screen, and we'll look at each other and be like, how do they read their chat? And the fact is, they rarely do. They'll try to get one comment out of there once in a while. So I never want that. I want to be able to talk to you guys. I feel when my chat gets busy, I miss a lot of comments as it is, and I feel bad for that. I never try to from my main people, but I do. No, Mancan didn't get a notification either. Poop! Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Old McTie-Dye and Mancan, both of you. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do, because I've had to tell Heather to do this once or twice, and it worked for her. Unsubscribe from me. Right now. Unsubscribe from me. 100% uwu. And then resubscribe back to me, and make sure you hit that twice, and you push that. Check up to the notification bell. Just try that. It's worked before for Heather and for other chatters, so listen to me, YouTubers. This is the weirdest thing I'm ever going to say to you. Unsubscribe from me. All of you. Give it a try. If you did not get a notification from me today about this live stream and you're not getting notifications from me, well, I'm posting like a maniac. So unsubscribe from me. YouTube is weird. Even give it 60 seconds and then redo it again. Subscribe to me and make sure you hit it twice, get that check up, and hit that notification bell, however you need to do it. I think that will solve a lot of things for all of us. And I'm sorry that that's happening. I have no control over that. Be person. Hey there. Tell us the one day you would relive if it was possible. Do I have grandkids or kids? No. I'm that girl who's been happily married 18 years to my soulmate Romeo, and we decided not to have kids. I could have had kids, I didn't want to. I rescue senior special needs dogs instead. So, no, I never wanted kids. After being married for 18 years happily, I'm super stoked that I never had kids. So, there's that. When I was going to answer something before that. Hey there, tell us that one day that you would relive if it was possible. Oh, there's a couple that come to mind right away. The day Skippy told me he loved me, the going to the moment he told me he loved me, and I can see it in my mind. Look, and look at the smile on my face. I could see it in my mind like a movie. He said, "I love you," and I had loved him for so long, but we'd only been dating for like 2 weeks, and I was like, and my whole life changed at that moment. Cut to another day I'd like to relive. I see myself standing on those rocks on Lake Erie and 10-foot platforms in a huge pink princess gown and a white sequin bodice with a huge white long veil and my stargazing lilies that were long, holding them like this. Skip next to me in his tux with a blue cummerbund and blue. Our colors were blue and pink. And we weren't just married on the beach, no. On Lake Erie, there was huge boulder rocks that went out and then about 10 feet, and then they went that way. So it was like a T and a bunch of rocks that way. So Skip and I walked out on the rocks, went two stones down on a T, and we were married on Lake Erie, and nobody was there. We eloped, but dressed up. So maybe that would be the second day. You would think that the marriage would be my first day, but no. The first day that Skippy said he loved me. And then after that comes the day where I first saw Skippy, where he first walked in. And how did I meet him? It's a long, involved story. I won't tell it all. I've told it before. But he walked into my mother's house with his girlfriend. And I saw him, and he had just a huge aura around him, huger than I've ever seen on anybody. He was emitting gold and white sparkles and electricity. And his girlfriend next to him was like a black blob in her aura. And I knew her, and I was like, oh, hell no. And so I'm not that homewrecker, right? So I played the long game with that, and I ended up stripping with his girlfriend for a year or two. He ended up becoming my weed dealer and my friend, and I used to go over to their house and get weed from him and go back home and be like, I will have that guy one day. I never made a move. The second he broke up with her, I made a move. And that was maybe 5 years later, 6 years later. And then we started dating, and then 2 weeks after that was when he said he loved me. And we probably got married 10 months after that. Now we've been married 18 years. It'll be 19 years on Halloween. We got married on Halloween. The theme of our wedding was Nightmare Before Christmas, because I am Sally and he is Jack. So Halloween's coming up. So those are the days I would relive again. If I could think of a day after that, it would probably be a day where I was showing my horse hunter jumper. I think of myself going over a 6-foot jump on my thoroughbred horse that I got from Thistledown Racetrack, and I had at the barn now. I was a barn rat. After school, I went to the barn every day because I had horses. I was equestrian. My parents were rich, but they were also very abusive and neglectful and toxic. So when I turned 18 and they got divorced for the third time, they sold my horse and my saddle and all my stuff, and I couldn't show anymore. So the next day I could relive is probably one of those happy moments on horseback, literally to the moment of me going over a jump, and literally not even after school at the barn, at a show. I used to show every weekend, and I had a trailer, and I took my horse, just around Ohio, not far, but I was cleaning up. My whole room was filled with blue ribbons and little trophies, and I had the cutest little outfit I would wear, and I still have my velvet hat. That's the only thing I have left. But I loved being an equestrian, and I loved that feeling of flying over the jumps. The higher, the better. Okay, I'm almost done with this gummy tea. It's almost done. Let's look in here, see how much is left. Not much. Let's take this off so I don't break it. I think this might be it. Okay, so we had 50 milligrams in here. You can tell it's working because I'm like crazy. I'm feeling this shit. Okay, so hello. Welcome to Saturday morning. Welcome to my second text stream. I'm going to repeat, this is a text stream because people are not getting notifications from me. It's not my fault. I blame Dope Girl because she took down my channel and nothing ever worked right after that, especially my notifications. People didn't get it for 3 months. Now, a year later, they're not coming through. It's not my fault. I blame Dope Girl. I blame Dope Girl for any tech problems, and I blame Steve DeLeave for the smoke coming in from Canada. So make of that what you will. Am I childish? Am I ridiculous? No, I'm probably correct. So to those of you who did not get a notification from me, again, unsubscribe from me. Give it 5 minutes. Don't even resubscribe back. Give it 5 minutes and come back and resubscribe to me. They've changed it on YouTube, so you have to hit that subscribe button twice. That means the check mark goes up to all notifications. Maybe some of you have just subscribed to me. If you end there, you won't get a notification. You have to hit that subscribe twice. It's different than a bell now, and it moves that check mark up. If you see a bell, hit that too. That's the problem. I think it's YouTube. I don't think it's you guys, and I don't think it's me. But I know that has helped at least Heather when she's had to do that 2 or 3 times. Do I ever step on bugs being barefoot? God, that's a weird question. I don't like a bug, man. I'm not a bug girl. You know, I'm a princess. So, no, I can't remember a situation where I stepped on a bug. But in the beginning of the spring, I did step on a 4-inch, no, it was more like a 6-inch nail. And it went through my shoe and not through my foot, but stuck in my foot. That first time I pulled it out, it didn't come. I pulled it out twice. So I've stepped on a big, huge nail. I have stepped on some dog poop. So that's never fun. What did I step on? I stepped on like a snail, slug, I want to say in the beginning of the spring, and that kind of freaked me out. I didn't see that was coming. It was in the grass, and it felt like an alien pod of slime. Body snatcher type situation, and it was a slime bucket on my toe. So that's the closest I've ever come to stepping on a bug. No. We don't have weird bugs around here. Like, we don't have a lot of bugs. I don't have bugs in my house. I don't have a lot of bugs in my yard. What I do have in my yard and around the outside of my house is spiders. We're in Ohio, so I have those wolf spiders. These wolf spiders have thighs. They have thighs and they have calves, and they work out. But I think that they protect my home from any other bugs that might get inside, because I don't have bugs. I don't have an ant. I've never had a roach. I've never had anything like that. I will get the occasional spider occasionally in my basement. I will see the occasional centipede over by like my drain. Those things are from the devil, aren't they? What do you guys think about a centipede? Oh, I can't handle a spider. I'll be screaming for Skippy. But if I see a centipede, I will run. I will run. But then my vet told me that if I had ever seen a centipede in my house, it could bite my animals. Do you know that once? Once I took my dog Tinkerbell in, and she had a bite on her. And he said, you know, it could be a centipede. Do you have centipedes in your house? I said, like, maybe like 2 a year I might see in the basement where she doesn't go. He's like, you know, they bite animals. I said, no, I did not know that. So, word to the wise. Stay away from centipedes. Oh, B. John says, stop your whining. Stop your chatting, B. John. Nobody wants to hear you trying to come in here and control me, you weirdo. What about the potato bug? Do you want to see one? We could find one. They're everywhere. I love me a potato bug. They're everywhere. I've never stepped on one. I cater to them. Cheers. Drink with me. Remember, 50 milligrams in here, and this is the end of it. We've done God's work, and you know I'm feeling this shit. You know I am. Look at my tea bag. I said it. Okay, let's gulp the rest of this. That's all we got. 50 milligrams down the hatch, yo. Why did your parents get divorced? They got divorced 3 times because they were lunatics. When I got married, it was in my vows, and me and Skippy vowed to never get divorced. So that'll never even be an option in our life. If you get married, it should mean forever. There shouldn't be an out. And I also don't believe in renewing your vows. There's no like second chance. There's no time that second vows should be more important than the first. Like, our vows are sacred. And with me and Skippy, forever actually means forever. Like, if one of us dies, the other one's not going to take off the ring and like get laid and date. Like we know where we're going. We're going somewhere else, and our souls are meant to be together, and that's what we're doing in this lifetime. I have a beautiful forehead. Wow. And Luke Ride is laughing. I know it's hysterical, Luke Ride. We're done. You ready? I know I am going to teabag you. You deserve it, chat. You deserve it. Okay, ready? Bop. You got it. I just teabagged you guys. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Don't say I don't ever do anything for you people. Look, I'm not here to entertain you, but that was entertaining. Yes, it was. You know it was. I promised you I'd play Pantera on the stream, so I will. But we're not going to play Walk, because I'm sick of it. And I can't find what I want. Oh, this is good. We're going to play this Pantera song. This, what you come in on, was a text stream. It was me and Marshall restarting my last stream because nobody got a notification. Nobody. And restarting it to see if some of you did. Also, on my last stream, I didn't have a live around the circle of my channel, and I do now. So we've made a little bit of progress here. We're doing God's work on a Saturday. We are trying. Want to do a bomb hit? We can do that too on the stream. If someone dies in marriage to that person, you can remarry someone. No, sir, not me, and not my husband, not soulmates, not real soulmates, sweetie. Real people who find the real soulmate would never be that shallow, would never want to move on. So, but those of you that aren't married to your soulmates and just get married and breed and you're with someone to be with someone and they die, yes, move on. And I hope you find your soulmate of someone that you would never, ever move on from. Not in this world and not in another one. Not in life and not in death. So sometimes, you guys, forever actually means forever. And that's what I'm doing. And that's the kind of relationship I'm in right now. I don't expect all of you to understand that. But I hope that someday all of you will. Let's just put it that way. Conor McGregor? Who's that? Hi, Jokey. Hi, Dee. Hi, I Love It. D. Eastland. Miss Dawn says, nice, we can only get max 10 milligram edibles. What? Miss Dawn, where are you at? Where are you at, boo? 10 milligrams ain't gonna do shit for you. You're gonna take a lot of those. So 50 is my dosage, Miss Dawn, and I usually don't go over that. Lately, I've been going under that. Lately, I've been taking maybe 35 milligrams just to regulate me and cut me. You know, I have protracted withdrawal, so I withdraw all day from the benzos I was given by my doctors, then taken off of too quick. It did me damage. So I've been on a benzo the last day because of my root canal, so it's all weird. So I didn't want to feel weird or bad today or hungover from that benzo, and I'm still feeling icky from my root canal yesterday. So took 50 milligram today. That's what I usually stick by. If I'm wild, I'll do 70 milligrams, and if I'm even wilder, the most I've ever done is 100. That's usually on accident, and I usually regret it. And I usually get a little paranoid. So I stick with 50 or 35. Today it was 50. Where are you, Miss Dawn, that you can only get 10 milligrams? You have to spend a lot to get 30 milligrams. Yeah, that's what I hear, babe. That's terrible. Hi, Oklahoma. What's up, Sharky Graves? How are you? Sucks. Sorry, Miss Dawn. I wish I could just give you some of my gummies. I have a whole drawer full. Mancan says, what do you think? Why people are divorcing? Well, because people are getting married for the wrong reasons. If you want to divorce your spouse, then you're not with the right spouse. People get married for the wrong reasons. People get married to catch a man, to try to prove something to themselves or their friends or their family that they can get this man, um, to have a baby, to breed. People are usually with each other for the wrong reasons. How do I know this? Because that's what I did before this man. So I've been there. If you go through enough of those experiences, the universe will give you your soulmate. But you have to go through those bad ones first. I'm very lucky to be where I am, and that's why I stream about it, and that's why I talk about it. So I think people are divorcing because they probably should be. So don't be getting married to people that aren't your soulmate. Mate, maybe you want to put in your vows that this is it, that you are going to be together forever, that you would do anything for your partner. You know, you are going to put your partner first, whether they're here or not. So that's what I have to say about that. My parents divorced 3 times because they were assholes. So I have that to say. Don't be an asshole, maybe. Don't take the sanctity of marriage for granted. It's for a purpose. That's why I didn't have a wedding, you guys. I watched all those Godzilla, Bridezilla shows. That's why I eloped. I have a family of wealth. I could have asked for a $5 million wedding dress. I could have asked for an $8 gazillion wedding. I literally knew better than to ever even want that. So I had no family there. I spent nothing. We spent $50 on the paperwork to do there. And I bought my own dress and we rented his tux, which was a tux and tails. So we dressed to the hilt and we invited no one. We spent nothing. Afterwards, we told our family they could meet us at a local bar for not a reception, but if they wanted to have a drink with us while we were still dressed, we would allow that for about an hour. And even in that moment, I was annoyed because they were ruining my moment. I believe marriage should be between you and your partner, and whoever's marrying you, obviously. Nothing else. It shouldn't be about money. You shouldn't have friends and family there to judge it. You shouldn't be spending money on chicken or fish for other people to eat there. That's ridiculous. It should be the most beautiful, serious moment of your life. And nothing should be distracting you from that moment. That's what I feel. Usually the people that have the biggest, wildest, most expensive weddings are the people who divorced the first because they didn't care about what I'm talking about. A lot of you will disagree with me, and a lot of you aren't even on that vibration where you can understand what I'm talking about, and I get that. I'm in a different kind of relationship, and I never thought I'd be here either. Before I met Skippy, I was celibate for 7 years, 9 months, and 2 days. I'm going to say that again. Before Skippy, I said I was never going to be with anyone again. I was happy being alone, and I was celibate and didn't date for 7 years, 9 months, and 2 days. So if you think your soulmate's not out there, trust. Everybody thinks that, and if you have a soulmate hasn't come along yet, it probably means you need to do more work on yourself. I know that from the 7 years I didn't date. And I accepted that I wanted to be alone, and I really found myself in the second that happened. Bam, Skippy walked through that door, and my life changed. Even though Skippy and I didn't hook up for years, my life still changed at that moment. And it made me want something else, and I got it. So I do preach about that. If you want something, just get it.
Now we gotta go help people customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual.
Oh, Melissa says I'm not on a high vibration, hun, but that comment is Melissa. Well, Melissa's in here being a piece of shit, trash troll. Look, I am on a high vibration because I've done a lot of work in my 56 years, and I am secure and self-aware enough and love myself enough to know that, you piece of shit whore. And I do know that you're not a high vibration because look what you just said. Ha ha ha. Guess what? Take it out of my chat immediately. Because that kind of shit is just troll behavior. Oh, thank you for the Cash App. See how that works? Someone tries to rain on your parade, and the other person rains money on me. Thank you for that Cash App, you guys. That was a $10 Cash App. I'm going to, give me your name here, so I don't want to dox you. We call you M. Thank you, M, for that. Let's take the low vibration piece of shit out of here. Thank you, M, for that. Let's take the low ha 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 ha. You're probably 8, by the way. Nice emojis. Do you know how to spell? You're probably 8, by the way. Okay, that being said, this is a free speech chat. But if you come in being retarded, I'll probably take you out. Ooh, Uri girl is sending me a spice. Yes, we be getting spicy in here. Try it. Make me spicy. I dare you. So we leave everybody in here unless you're underage, which I have a feeling that person was, or you really get under my skin, which, that person didn't make me crash out, but how annoying. To come in here and say I'm low vibrational, that in itself is low vibrational. I'm already winning, yo. I'm already winning. You're already showing your true colors and your small dick. Uri girl sending me a chili, and B John is sending me a star. Hey, thank you for those gifts, you guys. I love it. Also, the universe is sending me a breeze. Do you see my hair? Going like Beyonce. I know. Thank you for the breeze, world. Appreciate you guys. Oh, and a second one. We got a double super chat. We got a third super chat. A Ford Cash App, and this one again. This is a different person. I can't say your name. You had 3 names there. It starts with a C and it rhymes with Massey. Can I just thank you for that? So we had 3 super chats, Cash Apps there from 2 different people. Thank you. You guys, you're outdoing yourselves. What did we switch timelines? What's going on? So I don't want to dox you, but thank you to the one who sounds like Schmassy. Oh, I see. And you're okay. So you're saying it's not much. So that's from Careless Whispers in chat. I never want to dox people who are donating to me. Sometimes they don't want to be known. But you're saying it's not much, and it started with a C. So I'm not going to say your real name. And you're started with a C. Thank you, Careless Whispers. Well, I appreciate you hopping on that dono train. Look, I appreciate it. Of course, it's not much, but you're wrong because that's a lot. It's a lot for you to go into your pocket and donate to me and my channel. So I think you're wrong. That's a lot of money. Look, you guys, I'm being ridiculous. She's buying me a coffee. She's buying me a coffee. But, to me, that's a huge thing. I don't e-beg. I'm that channel that said I'd never have donos, but they just kept coming. So when I get them, still to this day, as successful as I am still shocked. So, I appreciate you guys very, very much. Thank you for donating to my channel that way. Thanks for seeing me more than anything. I see you and I appreciate you, Careless Whispers. Much love to you. I'd give you a heart, but look at this. Set it down. Uh-oh, some overcast is coming. We're supposed to get thunderstorms this afternoon. People be aware. Thank you, Hypno. Sal says, love your smiling. I just soft doxed them. Well, here's what I do. I don't say them who they are in chat unless they give me a reason in chat. Like she was saying, it's not much. So she was saying who it was. So she's saying it doesn't matter if people know. Usually people will say nothing in the chat, and even if I can tell, I'm not going to soft dox them. So I didn't soft dox anybody. I could see that chatter was comfortable with me saying who they were, sweetie. That's what I did. Oh, and we got Lazy Man coming in with the $10 fucking super chat. Hey, Lazy Man, what is going on with you, boo? Thanks for that. You guys are all hitting me up. What do we have in the dono train? Choo choo, choo choo. Riding the dono train. Are you guys having a train on me? You are. Hey, Lazy Man 26. Thank you. I give you another heart. I give it to you on Tia, and I give it to you on Tamara. That is their names, Tia and Tamara. I talk about it often, but I digress. Why I just started talking about my boobs? It happens when I give a hand heart. Thanks, you guys, for supporting my channel in that way. That was super fun. Let me give you a cheers. A cheers to you. Look, just, I never expect anything like that, but when it happens and when it's a couple in a row like that, I am flattered. I think that's lovely of you guys. I'll never not thank you. I'll never let that just go by. I really appreciate you. And someone just gave me 3 donations in a row there, by the way, so thank you to you. Cheers. Happy Saturday. So I wonder what you guys are going to do today. Are you getting out? Are you going to go bike riding? Do you have chores to do? Well, it's Saturday, and we're on the end of this week of Skippy's vacation. But it's really like a 2-week vacation. He promised on Monday he'd work for one of his buddies, so he has to work on Monday, but then that's it. He has all next week off too. So he's had all last week off, and he has to work Monday, and then all next week off. So that's amazing, because if you guys know me and you've watched my channel for a long time, you know that Skippy works all the fucking time. For a very long time, he's had the same job, and his hours do change, but it's more like either he works night or he works days. Um, Thank you, you guys. You forgot about Skippy? What? How could you forget about Skippy? Skippy! I wouldn't have a YouTube channel if it wasn't for Skippy. That's not true. I created the YouTube channel for me and for Skippy. But if there wasn't a Skippy, there wouldn't be a me to create a YouTube channel. You see what I'm saying? Skippy saved me, you guys. Skippy saved me. If I wasn't married to Skippy, if Skippy hadn't taken me out of the strip bar, if I hadn't met Skippy and stopped drinking and stopped doing drugs, and hadn't realized that I could be in a non-toxic relationship and actually be loved and safe and protected, there would be no me if I hadn't met Skippy. Be very clear about that. I'm only on this earth right now because of Skippy. So everything I do and everything I'm experiencing is because of that man. So make no mistake. All hail Skippy. King Skippy. W Skippy. I am that story. I am that girl that was at the strip club addicted to fucking drugs with no family and no friends, and he came in there and he saved me. So I'm very lucky about that. Look, I went to Cleveland State and Kent State to be an art history major in an English lit minor. I had my career planned out. I could go have a career right now and get a job, but I don't have to, because he doesn't want me to work, because we like the traditional role. I like being barefoot in the kitchen. I like being a housewife and taking care of him. He likes that. He likes working a lot so that I don't have to. And this is how we're happy. So please subscribe to the Real Housewife of Cleveland. That's what we were talking about here. What degrees did I get? 0. I never finished, sweetie. I did not even a year at Kent State, and then I transferred to Cleveland State and did about a year and a half. So I got 0 degrees. What I got was experience, knowledge, social skills, education. But I left Cleveland State to start stripping in the flats. That's why I left college. So it was a bad idea, and I was living with my ex-boyfriend at the time, a block away in that place that had the tombstone in it that was there for 8 years. So I left college to be in a very, very, very bad situation. It was when I was being beat up by a man. This was before Skippy. I was on the most drugs I've ever been on in my life and going through a real bad situation. And so I left going to school for that, and I started stripping. And I was with that man for about 10 years. And then after that horrible experience, that's when I was so hurt and traumatized, and I was celibate then for all that, almost a decade. And that's after that is when I met Skippy. So I got no degrees, you guys. I did not finish college, but it was an amazing experience for me. When I went to Kent State, I lived in a dorm there. I lived in Prentice Hall, and I was there for quite some time. I was an art history major, an English lit minor, so those classes I was doing was amazing. Not only that, I was so into art history, I started hanging out with people who had been going to college there for years and going to their art history classes that I wasn't paying to go to, but I just wanted to learn that much. I wanted to get into restoration. I wanted to fix old statues. I wanted to fix old paintings. Specifically, I wanted to go to Rome and work on the Vatican ceiling. More specifically, if I couldn't do that, I wanted to work at the Art History Museum in Cleveland and work in the back room and just restore things. English Lit is just for fun because I love to read old stuff. So I never did anything with those degrees, and I never regretted not finishing college either. I felt like college wasn't for me. But the experiences that I got, specifically at Kent State, were irreplaceable and life-changing. You know, I was doing acid with a bunch of hippies in the Kent State parking lot or on May Day, you know, with college people. I was going to classes that were 3 years ahead of me. I was doing a lot of stuff. I was living by myself there for the first time in my life in Prentice Hall. Prentice Hall is a dormitory that right outside my window, there was one of those memorials for one of the people that got shot at Kent State. So I would open my drapes every morning to go to class, and there would be a new memorial, a new candle right outside my window. That's right where someone got shot. So the life experiences I got with college in my short time were life-changing, and I'm really thankful I got them. look, I was educated enough to get into those type of colleges, and I got a lot more education while I was there. Imagine if I had finished and got a degree. Imagine where my life would be. But if I hadn't taken the route that I took, which was a very sketchy, sad, eccentric route, then I don't believe I would have gotten to Skippy. I believe this is a route I was supposed to take. I was supposed to go crazy and not finish school and be a wild stripper, to be saved from that for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm still wondering all that, but I'm just happy that I'm in this calm place that I am. I'm also happy I don't have to go to class. I really hated that about school. I'm not that girl that loved getting up and going to class. I really hated it, and school was hard for me. Um, I don't have any learning disabilities or anything like that, but I will say it was hard for me to learn and retain. You know why? Probably because I was doing a lot of drugs at the same time, doing a lot of drugs and going to class. So I'm sure that's why. I don't do those drugs now, but I was doing heavy drugs back then. Hi, Matt Air Force. What am I babbling about? Well, you've come into my daily diary. So that's what I do, sweetie, is I babble about my life. I'm a live streamer. I'm doing this for myself, for my future self, to watch back as a daily diary entry, to know stories about my past that you guys might ask about and invoke me to talk about, and what's going on with me right now. So it'd be stupid if I wasn't babbling. Okay, so this is my live stream talking about me and my life. It's my diary entry. I'm opening this up and being like, here, dear diary. And then you guys are there. So what should I do? Should I sit here like this? Is this the stream you want? Okay. Where? I did bake the blueberry muffins, Miss Dawn. Oh, look at that. He apologized. Matt Air Force says, I'm sorry, you're nice. I'm just giving you a hard time. I wouldn't really have shut up. Anybody who knows me, Miss Dawn, can verify this. The fact that I shut up that long is amazing, okay? I'm a talker. I can talk and talk and talk. So that's not a bad thing, you guys. That actually helps in my streaming. And my streaming has made me become a better talker. There was a day where I would have said I could never talk in public. Look at me now. There was a time I said that I hated my voice so much I didn't want to hear it. Did you guys ever hear yourself talk and the voice? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Do you ever guys look in the mirror and you're like, ugh? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Can you imagine? Here I am just staring at my ass, hearing my weird voice and babbling. That's my job here. So if you don't like it, change the channel because that's what I do here. Listen to the train. It's one of my favorite things is a train. Miss Dawn says you've come a long way, hun, from Daisy Days. Thank you, Miss Dawn. I appreciate that, and I know it. And I will say I give her credit for that. Had I not met her, I wouldn't know a lot of ways not to be. Okay? She actually helped me grow quite a bit. I didn't want to be like that. And I didn't want to be the person that enabled that, so I had to do a lot of changing. And I'm still not even there yet. You know, I love that girl, and I wish her well, but, you know, every day I wake up and I look on the internet, I'm like, ugh, is this that day that I'm going to see something really bad? Some, you know, horrible thing. So, you know, I don't think it's going in a good direction, and I do have concerns, but look, I can only take care of myself. That lesson I did learn. So I just try to do better. So thank you for noticing, Miss Dawn. Big Richard says, I just got a lot of sleep. Yes, I've been sleeping a lot too lately. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, it just feels like I just went to sleep, man. It feels like I just went to sleep. And how are your dreams, you guys? My dreams are always nuts. You know, I astral project in my dream, and I go to different lifetimes in different dimensions and have different people and different pets and jobs, and then I go back to them the same day. I was working last night. So my dreams are nuts, but they're nuttier than ever. And I've been lucid dreaming in the past year. I've recently started lucid dreaming. I'm not trying to, promise you, because it's kind of scary. But I have been lucid dreaming quite a bit lately, and boy, is that weird. One of the last lucid dreams I had, I realized I was awake in my dream, and I said, well, what should I do? And I said, there's a building here, I should try to jump up it. If I'm really dreaming, I could jump on the top of this building. And I'm standing here as loose as I am with you. This is all new to me, not taking classes on how to do this. So I tried to jump on the building, and I went like this, and I didn't make it. I made it like halfway up, and I said, you're dreaming, do this correct, bitch. And I jumped on top of the building. You know what was on there? A demon. A demon phantom in a hood, scary guy who was on top of the building. So I jumped back down, and then I woke up. So my dreams are insane. You? Anyone going through chaos? Your dreams are fun, Omictide? Oh, I'm so happy for you. I mean, my dreams are fun sometimes, but they're more concerning to me because they don't feel like dreams. It feels like I'm in a coma and I'm having other lifetimes with other people. And when I wake up, I'm coming out of a coma and I don't really remember those people and I'm really attached to them. And then the next night, I start over where I left off. And I've been doing that for about 25 years of my life. It's a job. It's a locker combination. It's a manager. It's the same people. It's the same pets. Sometimes Skippy's there. It's very strange. I'm usually flying to Japan. I have no ties with Japan, nor do I even like Japan. I don't ever want to go there. I'm afraid of flying, but the nightmare, because the dream becomes a nightmare when I'm forced to get on a plane to go to Japan and I become lucid. And I'm stuck on a plane with my fear of heights and fear of flying. The one time recently, I flew out of the plane lucidly. I was flying on my own, and that was worse than being in the plane. And I got scared in my dream of flying in my heights. So y'all that want to fly in your dreams, no, not a good time. I did that, and I almost had a heart attack. I woke up having a panic attack. So these are what I'm doing. I'm waking up like this. So you guys, and then I wake up with my protracted withdrawing. So sleeping, I don't really feel like I'm getting a lot of sleep, even though I'm sleeping a long time. I feel like I'm working, I'm entertaining other weird shit. I don't feel rested. Yeah, Matrix shit. You hover in dreams sometimes? I love that. You drive around with no car, old McTie-Dye? I love that shit. I do things similar to that. I'm always on the same road when I go to my job, but it's kind of like Jetsons. I'm not really in a car, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it. I get into a car, but when I'm going on the roads to my job in my dreams, I'm not in a car. So I'm kind of hovering too, but I'm sitting like I'm in a car. What is going on in our dreams? How weird are we, you guys? And what is going on there? Hi, Sunkissed. She has a sound sleep. Mama T End, hello. She's giving me kisses and roses. What's up, Mama? Good to see Mama T End in chat. Fruger Boy says $1,000. For what? The same dream every night for 25 years is weird. So it's not exactly the same dream. It's a continuation of the same situation with the same people in the same places. The dream's always different. Oh my God, the dream's always different. But it's a dream where I see the same people, the same family members, the same pets, and I'm loving on them, and I love these pets. Down to the job where I work every night, where I have to drive there in the same roads. But once I get there, it's a different situation. There's different people there. The thing that's always the same is the locker. I can't get my job unless I get into my locker. 36186, that's locker com. I can't always remember that. It's fake. It's a dream, guys. But if I can't get into that locker com, then I go sit at the bar. And in my dream, no shit, Donald Trump works there. He's always there. Donald Trump, before he was president, was in my dream, working at my bar that I work at in my dreams. So sometimes I can work, sometimes I can't work, sometimes I go home, sometimes I don't feel like going to work and I'm sick and I just cuddle one of the dogs or cats I have there. And the second I wake up, I'm trying so hard to remember those dogs and those cats because I instantly start missing them. They're not real. I'm not dreaming about like Muggsy, my ex-dog, or Killer, my dog here. I'm dreaming about animals that I don't know in this realm, but I go to every night, and I know them, and I love them. and it's weird. I can't explain it. I've done a lot of dream research on YouTube with podcasts. I'm not the only one who has encountered this, but no one knows what it is. They say it's maybe a form of astral projection. Maybe it's a form of entering other dimensions or timelines in your sleep. I don't know. I think sleep is similar to death. I think every single night when you go to sleep, it's you're preparing for the day you die, because you're losing consciousness, and you're different, visiting different realms, whether it's real or whether it's not. Your consciousness is doing that. So I take it seriously. I have astral projected once in my life, and it was by accident, and it was very scary. And I was above my body, looking at me from behind, and I was like, holy fucking shit, what is going on? Get me the fuck out of here. And then instead of me jumping back in my body, which I was trying to do, I watched myself make a phone call. And I said, who the fuck is working my body if I'm up here? Okay? So scary shit has gone on with me in the past. People have told me to try to astral project to find out what's going on in my dreams. I'm like, hell no, because I had a bad experience and astral projected one time on accident, and something else was in my body, and I watched it, and it was weird, and it scared me. So I know I don't want to do shit like that. That shit happens to me on accident, and I try to shut that button off is more like it. What do you guys think about that? Joseph Spenitri says, fuck phones, musical instruments. I'm with you about that. Hi, Deluxe Girl. Hi, Matt, Air Force. You say I'm a pretty lady. Thank you. Hi, Jordan himself is giving me aliens. Mama Tiad is giving me cheers. Cheers to you, Mama Tiad. I got something special for you, Mama Tiad. You ready? Let's sesh. Mama Tiad said cheers. Cheers, YouTube. Go. What you got? Cheers. Cheers, Mama Tiad. Oh, I didn't have to do that on the side. Forgot what stream I'm in. See, I switched timelines already. La boo boo, la boo boo. We should research together on a cosmic mushroom journey. Joseph Spetrini says, Joseph, I used to be a psychonaut. Now I'm a housewife. I just researched this shit now. I'm done doing psychedelics. I did psychedelics for a long time. I got all the answers. Doing psychedelics I'm going to do, but I still research that shit on a daily basis. I'm researching Danny Golo right now. Is that his name? Danny Golo? The guy who sees the laser numbers on DMT. Well, he's discovered that. He's not the only one that sees it. Everyone who sees DMT does see the same thing. But now they've discovered Danny Golo. I think that's his name. If you shine a laser while you're doing DMT, A, you can see through the wall, and B, there's a number on there, and everybody sees the same thing. You want to explain that? Because I don't believe that we are in a game or anything weird like that. I'm too spiritual for that, but something's going amok, so I like to check that shit out. Hi, Ricky Bobby. Deluxe Girl says, I'm not making this up. Since I've been clean off methamphetamine, my lucid dreams involve me either handling it or smoking it. Fully aware that it's wrong, but I'm in a dream world with no rules. Okay, so when I quit doing hard drugs, that happened to me too. I think that's pretty normal. And I've been in at least 3 rehabs in my life, so I know from being in rehabs that the other people are going through that too. I used to be addicted to cocaine, and I mean addicted. And then I quit on my own because I had gone to a couple places to try help. It never did. Not till you fucking just dump it down the toilet yourself. But after that, I would have dreams about just doing just piles of black cocaine, and it was always black, okay? I did get a little black cocaine in my time. That's a different story. But in my dream, it was saying it's a bad thing. But that is your mind getting rid of that addiction. That's what it is. And you're going to go through that for a while. You're going to go through that for years. I really don't dream about drugs like that anymore. I really don't. I am going to that job. I am talking to Trump. I am cuddling those animals. I am trying to remember that locker comm. It's really the same for me every night, but with different surroundings. So you're going to be smoking meth in your dreams for a while, doll. Just make sure you don't do it in real life. That's a lot of it, too. Your body might be trying to trick you And it's honestly the last of those cells just craving that drug is what it is. Those cells, your DNA, are craving that drug. I know, because that's what I believe my protracted withdrawal is for my benzos, right? At the end of the day, it's brain damage, right? But at the end of the day, my body still is begging for those benzos, and it's going to make me withdraw till I get one. Did I have protracted withdrawal yesterday when I got my fucking third root canal and took a benzo? No, I did not. Do I have protracted withdrawal this morning? No, because I still have that benzo in my body probably still. Am I going to take another one today? Fuck to them, no. But I already um, blanketed that issue with a gummy early morning. So in case maybe I do have protracted withdrawal, I actually withdraw from the benzo I took yesterday, which, I'm addicted to. So it's a lot going on with me. So, a lot going on with me. Remember this one in the future, Jennifer. Joseph. Oh, Joseph's saying nice things. Don't forget to just enjoy the positive times and learn to live past. That's for better experiences of getting more of a natural high, like listening to this really cool housewife. Thank you. Well, that was kind of you to say, and it was a nice way of you to say it. I appreciate that. And I don't forget to enjoy the positive things. So just even people like you coming in with that comment, very positive comment, I appreciate you taking the time to even type that out. Really cool. That's why I have chat. Not for the trolls that might do the racial slur towers, or not the people that call me old or ugly or tell me I'm a loser, whatever. For just shit like that. Really appreciate you coming in and saying that. And right under you, we have Mama Tia giving me the fucking hieroglyphics that I love to see from her all the time. I don't give her enough love. I see those going by a lot, sweetie. Usually when I'm on a rant, and then I just come by and she's got, a hibiscus and a bouquet of flowers for me. Thank you, Mama Tia. I see them. Deluxe Girl says, however, when I was smoking meth, all my lucid dreams would never involve meth. And the few times that it was in my dreams, I would never get close to hitting it. Well, that's good. Try not to hit it in your dream either. That's a plus, right? Yeah, I think that's a good rule there. Don't hit the meth in any dimension. Okay, let's just say it. On any level, if we fall through any portal, we're not going to be doing the meth, okay? I only did the meth when I was a club kid, and when it was brought to my city by the famous New York club kids. So that was Michael Alec, Ernie Glam, Goldilocks, and RuPaul, okay? And Lee Bowery. That's the only reason I was doing meth, because it came and they were famous in their lunch boxes. They were staying at my loft for 2 weeks. So those are my only experiences with meth. And that's all it should be. You should try that shit. Be like, that's weird, but I can tell that's not a good idea, and you should move on from that shit. It's never a good idea. And if you disagree with me, please go subscribe to Soft White Underbelly and just start watching and learn a thing or two. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I streamed with at least 2 meth heads for the past 4 years. Probably 3, now that I think of it. Wasn't Jason addicted to meth when Mother God found him? Yes, he was. So what makes me think he wasn't on meth when I was interviewing him? Okay. Jason, when I say Jason, I mean Father God. Father God was a meth head. Yeah, did you watch the HBO documentary? When he started following Mother God, he was on meth. And that's how she controlled him. He told me personally and privately on the phone that he wasn't on meth and he was being drug tested. But did you see how he acted? I don't believe it. Hi, Tyrone. Welcome to chat. Deluxe Girl says today she's 327 days clean. Off meth, guys. Off meth. Hey, girl, you can do whatever else you want. Just stay off the meth. Just, girl, smoke up. I smoke with you. Let's go. I just don't pick that shit up again. That's a one and done. Right? That's a one and done, yo. Why are all the weird people named Jason or Nikki? Well, you're true about that. There is such a beautiful breeze. I can't even hit this, but I want to show you guys the gorgeous breeze. Into it. Listen to ASMR. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. He said that is methed up. Yes. And some people like to come in here and call me Methany because they just assume because I might be a little wild or eccentric that I'm on meth. So I understand what they're saying, but they're inaccurate. I don't do heavy drugs and haven't for a long time. I'm just wild and crazy. Joseph is from Pensacola, Florida. What up, Florida? I love DeSantis. How is DeSantis country? You know, I think he'd make a good next president. So please subscribe to my channel and read it. It will explain everything. I am the Real Housewife of Cleveland. So I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm not far from you. I'm not far from you. Nice to meet you, Florida. J JS says you're wild and crazy. Yes, I am. And it's fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. He says, "Oh, Cleveland." Yes, oh, Cleveland. Yes. Actually, I'm 4 doors down from the Cleveland border, and I'm actually in Lakewood, Ohio, which is a little suburb west of Cleveland. And I'm 2 blocks from Edgewater Beach. So I'm right near Lake Erie. And I'm not actually in Cleveland right now. I've had my channel since 2007. Me and the husband of 18 years have moved in and out of Cleveland a few times. But I was brought up in the western suburbs with money like North Olmsted, Westlake, Rocky River, and now I live in the little suburb right next to Cleveland, which is Lakewood, right on the beach. Okay. JJS says there's something wrong with you being crazy. It's not knowing how to control yourself. You think I can't control myself, JJS? What have I done that makes you say something like that, that I'm not controlling myself? I think that you're not controlling yourself with that wild comment. Deluxe Girl said, so you've had legit DMT plus LSD before? Is it like weed or more of a party high? No, I've never done DMT and LSD together. No, I've never done that. I've done LSD probably 1,000 times or more. Okay, and I've done DMT twice. And I've smoked it twice, and it didn't even affect me. I didn't even break through, and I was very young. So my DMT experience is not the experience that I research right now. I'm very into researching DMT, but I would never, ever want to take it. My experience with DMT is what it was, and it was nothing. But other people that take it, they have a religious experience, and they feel that they've gone to reality, and that when they come back here, this is the dream. So it's just amazing to think that through. It's amazing how to think it deals with religion, but I don't want to take it, but I do want to research it. They say the burning bush in the Bible was a bush that, when you burn it, it has DMT in it. So all those people were tripping balls that day when the burning bush happened. There was a lot of DMT happening in the Bible. Their research is finding. But LSD, is it a party high? I never used it for a party high. I never used any psychedelics as a party high. I was known as a psychonaut, so I was pretty serious. There was a bunch of us kids, and we all just wanted to, we were very spiritual, and we all wanted to find the reason of being and a why. I didn't know what the word indigo child or starseed meant back then, but I was searching, I was searching and using drugs to do it, smartly and rightly so, because you can find the meaning of life through drugs, or the closest you can find, and vice versa. But now I just research that shit. Brian, you think I look pathetic? So what are most ravers at the raves? Well, Skippy was a raver. When I met Skippy, he was like the most normal guy I ever met. So I don't think you can generalize people for being at raves. Skippy was wearing tennis shoes, cargo shorts, and a baseball hat and a normal t-shirt. He's the most normal guy you met. So I don't know. I think ravers are pretty freaky, but only on the outside. I don't think they're spiritually freaky. I think they're normal. I think ravers are something that you experience through your teenage and young years, right? I don't think it's anything any adult really does. I don't know. It's a phase in life, right? It's something you do for a quick moment. You're in and out of. I don't know anybody my age that identifies with raves or ravers, or looks back on their part of their life like that was the best. Like Skippy went to a lot of raves, more than most people I know, because we both worked in the flats. So he just ended up there, but he wasn't like dancing around with glow sticks by any means. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then, I don't even thinks about that time period now. You know what he does think about though? He has a lot of flyers. He has a box of rave flyers. I told him he should make a YouTube channel and just put those on there with some music. I thought that would be interesting. Oh, I look haggard too, Brian's Grove. Okay, then why are you in my chat, Brian's Grove? If I look so haggard, then why are you so rude to tell me that? I live stream every day. Maybe some days I look haggard. By the way, I probably do look more haggard today than most days because I just had the third root canal on one tooth yesterday. I also took drugs that I usually don't take yesterday, which is a benzo. I'm also going through mouth pain today, so I do look haggard. But is that how you were taught to talk to people? Did I say something that made you want to come in here and be so mean to a woman and address me about my looks? Like, why are you doing that? Also, I'm 56 years old. So I'm not in my 20s. Why would you come in here and talk to a woman who's talking about her life and say those things? Are you having a bad day? Do you not have manners? Do you not know how to speak to people? Is there a reason you're taking your aggression out behind a keyboard where there's no picture of you and I can't judge the way you look? Is there a reason you're doing that, weirdo? Because I think the reason is insecurity. You're probably a disgusting pig of a human being to look at. You probably no one talks to you in real life or likes you or loves you because you have to come in here on a nice girl stream who's having a nice stream and verbally attack her looks. So yeah, I come in some days where I look like shit, but that's what I do and I don't care because this is my daily life. We don't always look amazing every day. We go through things and that affects the way we look. So you can just, yeah, you're a fucking weirdo. You're probably a fucking PDF file. You're probably wanted by the police. No, you're probably too young. You're probably under 18. You're probably a child. You're probably a predator. I would think that you're an abuser of women. If I doubt you have like a girlfriend or a wife or children. If you do you have daughters? Do you treat those women like that? What if they look haggard? What if they had a root canal yesterday and they didn't feel good? Would you say, you look old and haggard? Who does that? I'll tell you who does that. Horrible, shallow, mean people that like to abuse other people. And those people usually can't stand up for themselves because look at you. I could roast you all day here, but I'd just be wasting my time because you don't have a picture. Why? Because all of the reasons I just said. You're a shallow, ignorant piece of shit, and you use this platform to come in and try to control people or make other people feel bad, specifically women who've done nothing to you. So let's be real clear. This here has shown your character more than mine, sweetie. I'm not going to roast anymore. I was going to tell you where I was coming from, and then I'm simply going to hide you from my chat. This is a free speech chat. So I let everybody stay except for the super, super weirdos, predators. And that's what you are. Bye-bye. I don't allow people like that on my stream. You can come for me and say I'm old and ugly, and I'm going to let that fly. Okay? But you come at me a few more times, even harsher, I gotta let that fly too. You come at me a few more times, and I'm now in my streaming like, I might fuck with you. Okay? I may be old, and I may look haggard, and I may not too. Okay? But it doesn't give him the right to sit behind his little keyboard and attack women. What do you think he's doing now? He's scrolling and looking for another woman to do that to in another chat. So we got to give him a little bit of a taste of his own medicine today. I don't get off on doing that. I don't find it comedy. It's where I come from in my soul. I need to give him a taste of his own medicine. So that's what I do. If I did that with every troll in my chat, I'd just be going straight vegan patriot and yelling at you people all day long. And that's not fun and that's not healthy. But every once in a while, I will make an example out of the worst one of you guys. So be cool. Hi, Alicia Holden. Hi, We Crazy. Hi, Matt. I thought you left, I guess. Remy. I don't look haggard. I mean, not usually, but I do look a little rough today. But who cares? This is my daily diary. You guys have seen me look way worse than this. If I was looking the most beautiful today, that would be a little weird. After I spent yesterday on a benzo getting my third root canal, wouldn't that be weird if I was just like, "Hey, I'm amazing today"? No, I'm not. Every day is different, and every day is my diary, and I'm for that. I don't know. I don't think we should be yelling about each other about our looks. I don't know. Who cares? That person didn't even have a profile picture. Hi, Jordan. I'm going to say this to Jordan. You must be 18 or years old to be in my chat. If I get the feeling that you're not, you will be taken out of my free speech chat where all the adults talk like big people. So if you're going to keep talking weird shit in my chat, today's the day I take you people out. Mel Moon is in chat. Mel Moon is in chat. What's up, Mel Moon? Good to see you, sweetie. How are you? Remy says, you look mad cool and chill, beautiful inside and outside. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Well, you see me. You see me. Thank you for that. And it doesn't matter if you're looking rough one day. It doesn't matter if you've had a root canal the day before. You know, you don't come into chat not knowing someone, being that rude. There's a thing called manners. There's courtesy. We're all trying to love each other. I am trying to have a higher vibration on this channel. So when I have to roast you, it brings my vibration down, and I realize that. So don't bring down my vibe, yo. Don't bring down my vibe, YouTube. Jordan, you just said the most ridiculous thing in my chat. You just said you all yap. Jordan, hi. My name is Jennifer. I'm a live streamer talking about my life. You are in chat. It's called chat. It's literally called chat, where you guys chat. So yeah, you all yap. That's what you're here for, weirdo. To yap. You're here to yap, and you're here to listen to me yap, and yap with these other people that are yapping. So yap away. Hi, Eagle. You like my bracelet? Thank you. Appreciate that. I have a lot of meaningful things on there. Yeah, talk shit. Antonio, he wrote, yeah, talk to shit. Exactly, Antonio. And then he wrote your underneath. Antonio, are you trying to troll me when you just said, yeah, talk to shit, meaning you? Hi, shit. Hi, Antonio. Hi, shitty poo. Antonio, you're shit. Look, Antonio, if you're going to troll me, you're going to have to learn how to spell and do it in a one comment, because you coming back with a typo fix at the end didn't work, buddy. Shitty poo poo. A shitty poo poo. Schmooze a schmoo. Gerasimo's in chat. Gerasimo's in chat. What up? You're so great, Gerasimo. You call your husband that after he takes a poop? That's funny. Is he a poop monster? Is he a poop monster? Do you have one or two bathrooms? These are things I like to know about the other married couples in the world. Skippy and I have one bathroom, so we know when to leave each other alone. Let's put it that way. But in the beginning of our marriage, he used to harass me if I was trying to go to the bathroom, and he'd pretend something was going on outside, try to scare me, just like he does now, try to get a reaction out of me, and it doesn't work anymore. And he doesn't pull that shit anymore because I will punch him in the dick these days. I win. So I don't have a poop monster. My man is very respectful of me. But I will tell you this, in my next home, and there will be a next home, I want two bathrooms. I want two bathrooms. That's all. I want two bathrooms. Martin Schneider said, hey, trolls make your number go up. Yes, exactly. And we are a monetized channel. And I say that often, even if we're not monetizing the stream. YouTube pays me at the end of the month for all of everything. How many views, how many comments, how many whatevers. So if those trolls are really hating on me, I try to tell myself to leave them in. I asked Skippy about it. He says, have a free speech chat. He said, don't take out anyone. And I said, what about the kids? He says, anyone. I said, what about the people really hating me? Anyway, he said, if you were smart and you were a businesswoman and you're making money off this, he said, who cares? Just talk and stream, and who cares? And a lot of other streamers do it that way too. Me being a woman, I'm a little bit more sensitive to it. And I shouldn't be. I should be a better businesswoman about it, and I should let everyone stay in chat. Yeah, Martin Schneider says he's right, and I know he's right. And I've tried to be better about that. That's why I do say this is free speech chat, unless A, B, or C, right? I'd like to at least take A and B out. I'd still like to make sure the kids are out, but as much as I try, I can never make sure all the kids are out. And at the end of the day, it's not my job as a live streamer without kids to monitor your children. Okay? It's not my job. Take away their devices, get your devices moved. That's what I say about that. I do my job. Everything that I can, everything I upload, everything on my channel, I have to click a button that says 18 and over, yes or no. And it's always no. Okay? It says right on the description of my channel, you guys must be 18 or over to be on my channel. And I'm really not interested in talking to a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old or even a 21-year-old or 22. You know, I'd really like to say I'd like you to be like more like 30 and over. Gerasimo says you are the most beautiful ginger woman in the world. Well, you know that's right. We got Gerasimo in chat to tell you guys the Yoda facts. I am the most beautiful ginger woman in the world. Yes, that's true, Gerasimo. Thank you for telling chat that. Thank you for telling chat that. Let's do a bong hit. Smoke been bothering you a lot? You hope it leaves soon? Well, sweetie, I'm 2 blocks away from Lake Erie. If it's where you are in Ohio, it's going to leave soon because it's basically left here today. I used my inhaler maybe twice this morning, and I feel it's pretty much gone. I don't smell the burning plastic. I don't smell the burning wood. I still see some haze and some smoke, but it is 98% better, Alicia, than it was even last night or this morning when I woke up. So it's a lot better. It's getting a lot better. Okay. Bonnie Sharp is in chat, and I love her. She's my new best friend. What up, Bonnie Sharp? That's my bitch right there. She says, I am 60 Generation X. I tell people rude. I, I tell rude people it's history that they're looking at, and I've lived through more shit than they can ever imagine. Yes, yes. I mean, age is wisdom, age is beauty, age is a privilege. Anything else is ignorance in my mind. And I am thriving and peaking in a later age than most. A lot of people like to say to me, I would have liked to see you when you peaked. Well, I haven't peaked yet. I'm just about to peak, I feel like. Or they like to say, well, I would have liked to see you in your younger years. No, you wouldn't have. I was a fucking mess. I'm way better looking and way more confident and happier and healthier now. You wouldn't have liked me back then, and you wouldn't have thought I was cute. Would I have been younger? Yes. But if that's what you're into, you might want to look into your soul and why you're looking at young girls. Okay? It's weird. Hi, MT. What's up? It can be dangerous to breathe. Yeah. And look it. I'm out here doing bong hits. Ripping the bong with you. Remy says, age is a blessing, period. Thank you, Remy. Agreed. Agreed. And I celebrate it. That's why I stay real. The Real Housewife of Cleveland. That's why I stay natural. I'll be natural for my whole life. I'll never get the fake nails. I'll never get fake boobs. I'll never dye my hair. I'll never get Botox. I'll never get fillers. I won't do it. I will age gracefully and naturally. So this is me. Like it or don't. And if you don't, how about you don't clip me and watch me and hate watch me and dedicate live streams to me and make AI art of me? How about you don't do that? How about if you hate me, you turn the channel and work on your life and wonder why you might be doing weird shit like that. Okay? While you're spending your life alone. Worry about that, weirdos. Natural forever. Exactly. 100% natural. 100% uwu. You know New York City is gloomy today, but you love it. It's going to be gloomy here soon. Matt says thunderstorms are here in New York City. Yes, we're going to have thunderstorms here from, I think they said 3 to 8. So I have some time here, but I have to take down my umbrella over here. I've got a blanket and pillows laid out over there. I have to take this down. A lot to be done before the thunderstorms come. Ms. Dawn says you take care of yourself, and that's why you look amazing. You cook and eat healthy, sleep well, and exercise. That's why. Yes, all that, and yes. But I think being in love, too, and having my soul partner and spending all that time with him really is what makes me thrive. And the older we get and the longer we're together, the more we grow into each other. I see so many relationships of people that, as they get into their marriage and they've been married a long time, they grow apart from each other. I'll never understand that. I guess I blame it on kids. You got to put your time in with your kids, right? So I thank God I never had kids because I'm closer to my husband now than I've ever been. And I'm so thankful for that. And, we both want to live to be like 104. He's just about to turn 48. I'm only 56. So we have a long time to live. I find that exciting. I can't wait to see how him and I talk about each other in 20 years from now. And so that's why one of the reasons I make this diary. We have this to look at. You think I'll be doing this for 20 years? We'll see. We'll see. So what the point is, isn't it? To see those changes in my life. Don't some people keep a journal for every day of their life and then people read back on those journals? Wouldn't this be more interesting to look back on? I think so. Fuck writing it down, people. Hit the live. 71 in chat. 71 in chat. No, I said that wrong. 71 likes. 26 in chat. Thanks, you guys, for all those likes. I didn't realize we had 71 likes. Can we think we could get those 71 likes up to 75? Could you do that for me? That will help the algorithm a great deal since we're poking the smut. AI hates that. Go up there and manually hit that thumbs up button and give me a likey poo. A likey poo. Or if you have a phone or a iPad, double tap the screen to like my stream. Double tap the screen to like my stream. Let's try to get that number right there from 73 to 75. Thank you. A couple of you did that right away for me. Thank you so much. To you, I give a spin, and I have a lot in my hands. What do I have? I have the necessities of life. This is how we're going to start taking over the world. We have my ginger ale, Canada Dry, and a Labubu bong, and a lighter. That's all we need. Remy says, we love you, Jennifer. I love you, Remy. I love you. We gotta take this down. The rain is coming. The rain is coming. What am I going to do with this afterwards? It was for the bubble tent, remember? Oh, the bubble tent's returned, by the way. They took it back. The bubble tent, Amazon is gone, and it's returned. Money back in my account. $107. Fuck yourself, Huckleberry. Fuck yourself, Huckleberry Acres. Hannah Fisher, Clint Eastwood's daughter, whoever the fuck you are. Fuck yourself in the bubble tent. I got all my money back. It was the worst idea ever. So we have that going on. That is now going to go in my art studio. I have an art studio in my basement. The basement is unfinished and finished in one area. So it's got the laundry and stuff over there. It's unfinished. Then it goes to a little finished area over there. And then right in between those areas, I have a little art studio. I have a table set up, all my painting stuff. I don't do my art down there, but it's where all my stuff is. And if I want to do my art, I'll get what I need from that area and I'll bring it upstairs. I do it outside. I do it in front of the TV. But I do have a little art studio set up and a table where all my stuff sits. So I'm going to put this right above my art studio table and drape it around. Cute, right? Right. What is my art? Dreadful Dolls is the name of my company. And I make spooky art. Porcelain dolls, vintage porcelain dolls, I will turn into zombies or demons with fangs and horns or turn them into sugar skulls. I'm very successful at it. I've been doing it for about 13 years and now I have a pretty extensive website. I have sold in stores. I have sold all over the world on eBay. My stuff has been in galleries. Do I do it as a job? No, it's just a hobby. And I make a little money off it every couple times a year. I might sell 1 to 3 dolls a year. All my dolls are not cheap, so I don't sell a lot of them. That's not why I do it. I do it just because I like creating the art. I keep a lot of the art I do. My niche is specifically to recreate haunted dolls. So I recreate Annabelle from The Conjuring, the porcelain one from the movie and the real one, the Annabelle, who's a Raggedy Ann. I recreate those exactly. I recreate Robert the doll from Key West. I've made probably 200 of him that have sold. I've made probably 800 of Annabelle that have sold, the two different Annabelles. So I love doing that. If you guys want to see my art, you can. It's on my link tree on my description page, under the description of my page, right here under my profile pic. Just click more about me. It says my life is my content, and it says more dot dot dot. Click here. Click there. You can read my description, why I do this. Under that, there's a link tree of 5 links. PayPal, Cash App, Kick, Twitch, and my eBay. Go to my eBay. Check that shit out. I have at least 5 pieces of my art up for sale right now. Sharpshooter, hi. He says, should I lay down on the ground, Miss Cleveland's presence? Yeah, you should lay down on the ground, Sharpshooter. Lay on the ground. Remy is giving me kisses. Hello, Remy. I'm a witch, and I get your vibe. I'm into a little something, too, and you're giving me forest witch, and I love it. Okay, Remy. Well, I am a green witch, hence the tattoos. I've been a green witch for probably 25, 30 years. Before that, I was a white witch, and before that, I was a black witch. So I only practice green witchcraft right now. I don't honor any god or goddess. I don't look up to Hecate. I put nothing on an altar. I don't have an altar. What I do have is a huge table of crystals and magical shit that I use. I also do jar magic, and I will put you in a jar if necessary. So watch your ass. So I am all about sparkles, love, and light, but I also know how to protect myself. So if I'm giving you witchy nature vibes, that's why. I also have a 9th generation herb garden on the side of my yard that I do a lot of content with, and I grow my own sage, GMO-free, organic, and my own oregano, basil, peppermint. So I use that for everything around my house. So it's nice to meet you, Remy. You're an eclectic witch. Got you. I thought it said electric at first. I'm not sure what an electric witch is, but I love you. Okay? I love all witches. And that being said, I believe that every woman on this earth is a witch. It's just whether if you want to utilize it or not. It's up to you. It's already in your blood. It's already in your DNA. They would have already burned you for it in Salem, so you might as well make up a little tincture. I know my sisters when I see them. Mostly blood and ancestral here. Yeah, blood and ancestral here as well. So I've been practicing things my whole life, but usually the wrong things. I kind of have recently, in the past decade, have just fallen into my niche here with the nature. So hear what it is. Hear what it is. We've been streaming for 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 49 seconds. And this was our tech stream, remember? We ended our other stream because we had tech issues, and we were checking our tech. And this ended up to be a very successful stream. We have 26 in chat and 75 likes. I'm going to smoke one more with you guys. We got the fun grinder out. And then I'm going to abandon stream because it is Saturday. Skippy is on vacation. I'm going to go hang out with him. Maybe we're going to barbecue today. I think I want to take a bike ride with Skippy today. Maybe we stream it, but maybe I don't want to stream it. Maybe I just spend some quality time not streaming too with Skippy, you know? But him and I both love to stream. So if you guys are not subscribed to Skippy's channel, my husband is also a live streamer, very successful channel here on YouTube and on TikTok and on Instagram. His channel name is called Cleveland. Duh. I'm the Real Housewife of Cleveland. He's Cleveland. It's cute, right? I know it's a big play on words in a lot of ways. But how do you get to his channel? There's a million Cleveland channels. Go in the bar, all one word, at Cleveland, Ohio, 216 Media. At Cleveland, Ohio, 216 Media. 216 is my area code. That's how you find my husband's channel on every platform you could find. He's also on Scoops and on Rumble. He's on a lot of platforms. He makes a lot of content. So if you're interested in me and you're going down that rabbit hole, you might as well go down Skippy's rabbit hole and go check him out as well. Him and I streamed last night. It was successful, But tech was wrong again. There was something wrong with my phone where I couldn't hear him, and his audio was way crazy. You know what it is? He was doing IRL downtown, so we had a double live stream. It was me on one side here talking to y'all, and him downtown. But he needs a microphone with a fuzzy wuzzy on it, because all I could hear when I watched it back and checked it out later was wind coming from him. So it must have been hard for you guys to watch live. So I do have some microphones, but they're shitty. I'm gonna work on getting a better microphone with the donations and my little YouTube paycheck I get this month, so we can cut that wind out. Good idea? Thanks, you guys, for the donos. I always try to use it on my channel with whatever's going on, so I will put that back into my channel. I've been wanting to get some expensive microphones. I think I get those this month. I'm not just out there buying crack, people, with your donos. I do buy some good stuff for streaming and tech. I buy some bad stuff too. Look, I spent $100 on that tent. Boy, was that a bad idea. But I got my money back. If it wasn't for you chatters, I wouldn't know. I could have taken that tent back. I was chalking that up to a bad fucking idea. And I didn't think I'd get my money back the way it was. And yes, I did. Yes. Huckleberry is so mad right now. And she's watching too. Do you think Clint Eastwood is watching with her? I'm sure he is. Hi, Uncle Clint. I really love Uncle Clint. I miss him and his stories that I was getting every day about how Clint Eastwood thought I was pretty, about how Clint Eastwood was buying me an LLC and trademarking my channel, how Clint Eastwood had talked to his lawyers of 30 years about me, how he smoked weed with me and seshed with me on my channel. Those were fun lies that I believed. Those were the Clint Eastwood days. Make my day. Make my day, Uncle Clint in Huckleberry. Are you watching Huckleberry? Well, you're weird. I'm sure you are. I know at least 4 other people that are watching me as well that I could name, but I'm not going to give them that energy. Y'all are weird and mentally ill. Do you know I don't hate watch anybody? I used to hate watch the Kardashians. There's definitely not a streamer that I would waste my time on being like, oh, I hate them, and like put energy into hating on them. I would just change. There's so many streamers out there. If I don't like them, and I don't like most of them, I just change the channel. There is a couple of those weirdos out there that are watching me right now that are seething. A couple of them are masturbating to me right now too. Probably most of them are masturbating to me. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Even the women ones are the worst. You're flicking your bean to me again. Your fake Versace. You flicking your bean to me again with your real Versace, sitting by yourself, watching me instead of living your life. It's weird. It's weird to me. I'll never understand it. So I don't hate watch anybody. I don't even watch the Kardashians anymore. I just don't watch that shit. There's so many shows on Bravo that I was hate watching that I stopped watching when I became a streamer. Because I understood, because people hate watch me, and I thought, that's weird. Why am I wasting the energy that people waste on me like that? And I quit watching stuff. I don't watch Below Deck anymore. I don't watch Southern Charmed anymore. I put down at least 2 of the Housewives series. But oh yeah, are we watching the Real Housewives of Orange County? Season 20, episode 1 the other day? Yes, bitches, we are. They're known as RHOC. Guess who else is known as RHOC? Me, Real Housewife of Cleveland. RHOC, some people call me that. And I love it. So yes, I'm watching Tamara, and I'm watching all the ladies drunk and on Ozempic acting like coconuts. And that's what I like to see. It teaches me how not to act. So that way I don't act like a coconut. Hi, Dr. Wang. Dr. Wang's in chat, you guys. You did that too, and she won a 1,600% grill she wanted. Chris, who are you talking about? I wonder. Remy Official, are you asking about Matt? I don't give out that information because I'm a live streamer and I've already been doxxed and swatted by numerous people and have channels covering me. So I don't give out that information, but I will tell you one thing. I'm a triple Scorpio. So watch the fuck out. Yoking Zebra! What is going on? Flicking the bean. Flicking the bean. And if you're flicking it, you're doing it wrong. By the away. Please don't flick that. Jesus Christ. Where did that statement come up from, you know? Jesus, that would never do the trick, people. That would never do the trick. This ain't gonna do it. Don't flick anything on a woman ever. Okay? Just gonna say that. Mal Moon says, hello, Clinty Poo. Clinty Poo is in chat. I didn't see it. I'm just copying what Mal Moon says. Oh, Rebby says, I just did a prosperity jar for a friend, and it worked so fast, I'm thinking going into business now, you know? Yeah, I know. I use jar magic for a lot of shit. And they have names. They have specific names. Diana, Janny, Deepsy, Melissa. But a lot of people think I'd be wishing they'd get in car wrecks and shit like that. No, the thing is they are already car wrecks. I just mostly bind them from doing me and my family harm and my mind and my vibration. So I'm pretty good at that. I like to freeze them. But then again, I don't keep them in my freezer for long because my freezer is precious space. I don't need to open my freezer all the time and get that bad energy. So after a while, they go where they go. Sometimes they go into a dumpster. Sometimes they go into my garbage. Sometimes I bury them. If they're real bad and I need to keep them close by, I bury them. You want to see something crazy? I'll show you something crazy. Let's go over here. Because one's trying to get out. This one has a specific name. This was a threefer right here, and this one's trying to get out. I was actually going to make content out of this today. You ever hear? I think it's from an HBO series, and it says, "Release me, release me." That's what I hear in my mind. I have covered this jar with soil so many times, and yet it still keeps coming up. When did I make this jar? About a year ago, you guys. At least 10 months to a year ago, I made this jar. It was in my freezer for about 3 weeks, and then I buried it. And I'd say every month after that, it rises up, and that's why I keep this stuff here. I have a shed, but I'm always putting dirt on this. So I hear the words, release me, release me. There's 3 specific people that were this. So I just put a little more dirt on there. You know, I'm going to come out here and do it real later, but that's what's going on here. My jars are coming up out of the earth. So maybe if this one does come up out of the earth some more, I just stop putting this on it. I undig it, and I put it in the garbage for garbage day, and I let the truck take it away. Look, we're standing right over it. I could take a pee on it, take a piss on it. Shall I? I'll get right down here. Take a shit on it. Can do that too. Can do all of that, guys. I know you guys want the names of the people in that particular jar, but I'm not going to give it to you. If you want to become a member of my channel for $2.99 a month, I'll tell it there. But I ain't going to tell y'all. It didn't make me mad. They tried to destroy my life. It's tried to destroy my actual life, my husband's life. They did dox us numerous times. Some of these people took down my YouTube channel. You guys may think you know the 3 people in there, but you'd be surprised at who the 3 people actually are inside that particular jar. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that one. And as I bent over, look what just blew towards me. A feather. Spiritual shit be going on everywhere. All you got to do is look around. The only reason people would try to harm me or my family is because I have a successful YouTube channel that's doing well, and they are intimidated by that. That is the only reason people have to hate me. No other reason. If you want to hate me for being eccentric, that's weird. If you want to hate me for my age, that's weird. If you want to hate me because I stream, that's weird. I've never done anything to any of the people that hate me, but yet they try to do things to me in my real private personal life to the point where I've had to get a cyber detective and make another police report a couple weeks ago about the same people. So don't think that doesn't go unnoticed by Lakewood Police Department. You know, when cyber crimes are used against me under a veil of trolling, there is a difference. Like, you can do or say anything you want to me here in chat, but when you start doing it to me in my real home, at my house, YouTubers, you've crossed a legal line. And I do contact the police about that. So you can troll me all you want on here, but the second you've used my address or my email or my phone number, and you're threatening me and my family, you know. So that's who's in the jar. People who have done that to me. Those are the people in the jar. Don't get me talking. We could smoke and talk all day. Yes, we could, and that's what I do. Welcome to chat. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my daily diary entry. It's gone this way today. With cannabis content, there is. I didn't apologize for it. I love you, Remy. Alicia says, Jennifer, there are people that dislike me for no reason. Alicia Holden, who could dislike you? It's probably because you have that spark in you too. You have that spark, and sometimes when people don't have that spark, either they, go one way or the other way. And if they go the other way, they get jealous, don't they? And if they get jealous, they get mean, and they get mean towards you. Yeah, I've experienced that. So I'm sorry that people are mean to you for no reason. That sucks a dick. You know what I say, Alicia Holden? I say punch him in the cunt, and then in the throat. A and B. If it's a dude, get him in the balls with your knee. Okay? Those are my thoughts on that. Or you do scrying. So I don't, but I'll show you something I have here that's used for scrying. I don't contact spirit because it scares me. Because spirit wants to contact me, so I push that off button. I'm like, hell to the no, no, no. But if you want to do that, that's cool. I do other shit. I was talking about this in chat earlier. This is just one of the huge pieces of obsidian, black obsidian I have. But this specific piece, I'm into recording my life. And I recorded also with quartz, other stones, and this black obsidian. This specific obsidian alone can be used for scrying. It's one of the best things next to a mirror or glass used or water for scrying. It's known for it. People sell it. And look at this flat surface I have right there. You could scry all day on this shit. If I did, do you know what I'd see? Things I don't want to see. So I don't do that. But I use this for protection and to take away negative spirits and bring forth positive ones. And I use it to record. Ooh, Snow Angel, you just became a member of my channel. Hey, thanks, you guys. Look at that. Snow Angel just paid the $2.99 to become a member of my channel. See what that obsidian did? Were you scrying in there, Snow Angel? Thank you. Amazing. Well, now she wants to know the 3 names, doesn't she? You want to know the 3 names of the people in the jar? Now I'm going to have to tell you that later. How about this? It's Saturday, right? Let's try to do a live stream either tonight or tomorrow night, private, just for members only. And I'll give you guys those names. The people that have known me for 4 years definitely know 1 or 2 of the names on the list. But who's that 3rd one? It could be a lot of people. You might be surprised. Look in there. Who does it show you? I know. Crazy, right? So thank you, Snow Angel, for becoming a member to my channel. So nice, so lovely to see you. Hello. We'll do something today or tomorrow privately. I'll leave up some new videos and stuff too. So thank you for becoming a member. And you have emojis. I don't think I have a chat phone going right now. You have emojis you can use. You can put them in the chat right now. I have my ginger ale as an emoji. I have some AI art that I've made. I've got the cat, Mr. Black, that always grabs my boob. Swear to God, if I'm inside streaming, I have a black rescue cat. He will come up to me as I'm streaming with his little paw. Just grab my boob. I don't know why. Chat harasses me all the time about it, so I would have made a thumbnail of that. These are not the exciting perks you were looking for. I know. But the fun stuff is the live stream, so we'll have one this weekend. Oh, there's Muggsy. Yes, you put in Muggsy, the 25-year-old Chihuahua that passed away in February. He was so famous. Did you know Muggsy? Oh, thank you for making me think of Tiny Mugamoo. We have a charm here on my wrist for him. He was very famous here on YouTube. He was very famous on TikTok. My clippers that clip me, my reactions, that have live streams for 7.5 hours against me. Yeah, they all talked about Muggsy. Muggsy had his own haters, and all people covered him like they covered me. Isn't that weird? So Muggsy was very famous. He did pass away February 7th at 25 years old. So yeah, that's Muggsy. We have all the other dogs on there too. Who do we have left? We have got Killer, the 16-year-old special needs Chihuahua. She's a little white Chihuahua. We have Baxter, the 15-year-old Yorkie, who's mostly blind and deaf. He's doing wonderfully. He's enjoying his summer. We have our new rescues that we adopted after Muggsy died. I had took in a bonded pair about 2 months ago, you guys. It's a 6 and a 7-year-old, a Boston Terrier, and a French Bulldog. And they're best friends, and they've lived together their whole life, and they didn't want to be separated, or it was some sort of story like that. So I was like, yes, I'll take them both. So I got them off a Craigslist ad just 2 months ago, and I took both of them in. So that's going amazing. You wouldn't believe how amazing these two dogs are. And it's a real treat to have them in my life. I've always wanted a French Bulldog. I never thought that I could have one. So having one is really, really nice. She looks like a little tiger. She's got little stripes on her. Yeah, well, that's what I do. And I say adopt, don't shop. I chose not to have children in my happy 18-year marriage. And what do I do other than that? I adopt senior special needs animals. Uh, Not just dogs, cats too. So that is the whole reason we got this house. So I'll do a 360. It has a fenced in yard. Why? Because a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old dog can't be walked. So you can see it's totally enclosed. I let them out a side door there. And they never have to go on a leash or a harness and walk down the street with their old bones and joints. I keep them naked. They come out here 30 times a day. If they don't want to come out here, they don't have to do that either because they're old and they have their own choice. I do keep a potty pad by the back door, and they're allowed to go on that if they want, if they don't want to go outside. And they do that a lot, especially in the winter here in Cleveland, and I don't mind that. We go through a lot of potty pads in this house. I'm also a TikTok live streamer, and I have a lot of chatters that are really good friends on TikTok, and they, on the reg, from my Amazon wish list, will send me potty pads and stuff like that. So I don't remember the last time Skip and I have had to buy potty pads. It's been at least a year. They just keep coming to my house from chatters like you because it's on my Amazon wish list. Um, when I first started streaming, it was just Muggsy that streamed. I was streaming with Daisy the Venice Healer, and I was kind of afraid to show myself or talk about myself. So I would stream Muggsy, the Chihuahua, a lot. So people got to know Muggsy. He got a lot more gifts on Amazon wish lists than I ever did. I still get gifts at the house for the dogs. Amazon will stop by. It's just something off my wish list, and it's usually potty pads or treats or a little toy for my dogs. So you guys really go out of your way when you do that shit, and I love you for that. It is great. I will say it's mostly TikTokers because, Muggsy was a little more famous on TikTok for that, but they know I have rescue dogs still. When I go on there, I'm not all like, hey, send stuff to my rescue dog. It just happens. I barely show my rescue dogs on stream anymore, and I still get gifts. So I really love that, and I don't take that for granted, and I do thank people out loud for that. One of the nicest, two of the nicest beds, dog beds I have in there, were both from Chatters. One is a human-sized dog bed that fits a human and a dog, and that was extremely expensive. I couldn't have afforded that. That came in an Amazon box one day. And then the nice little therapeutic bed I have for my dogs, very expensive. So you guys send me nice shit, and I appreciate that. Thank you for that. You've never been to Cleveland? You love dogs and cats? Don't be afraid of spirits. They're the ones doing the work for us. Yeah, I get it, but they bombard me a lot, man. They bombard me a lot. I just like my space a little bit now. I do push them away unhealthily a little bit right now. I probably need to do better at that. But I'm saged and salted. This whole perimeter of my yard is saged and salted over and over and over. Ain't nothing in here but my vibe and my husband's and my animals. So I'm thankful for that. But I've lived in places that were scary as fuck. So keep pretty high boundaries up. And I'm afraid of things trying to contact me when I'm not contacting them. Alicia Holden says Abigail and Annabelle. Yeah, and they're doing great. The only thing that's from the cat attack the other day, things are going better upstairs and things are better downstairs. Krampus can only be around me right now. He can't be around, Tom. Thumb. Right now, I have the door open for them. so Tom and Krampus can be around each other, but the door's not open to the downstairs. Neither one of them can come down and attack my dogs. If they want to attack each other, they can attack each other upstairs, but they're not doing that. However, if I walk upstairs behind that door, the mood changes immediately, and Krampus wants to kill Tom Thumb because Krampus loves me so much. That's what's happened. Krampus has become protective of me, and I can't control it. The only way I can control it is once I insert myself into that area upstairs. If I have to pee and go to the bathroom, or when I have to go to bed, I have to immediately shut one of them in a room, and then the other one has the whole place. And then they take turns. One gets 6 hours in the room, then we switch. And then the other one will take another room for 6 hours. We go to the second bedroom, and then we switch, and we keep doing that off. Because if I'm not up there, Krampus won't hurt Tom Thumb. If I come up there, Krampus is like, "That's my mother. You're not going to touch him, Tom Thumb," and tries to kill him. And I've come to that realization. So it's a little weird. I have my hands full with the cats. The dogs are not a problem, and the dogs are great. The thing with the dogs, I was supposed to give them a bath yesterday, but because they got attacked by Krampus, I didn't want to put them through that. I was going to wait till after the weekend. I'll do it Monday. So it's getting better. Ted Cebulski says, no, it was Chris Searer said that. Chris Searer, yeah. Chris Searer, you and me, buddy. Chris Searer. Shout out to Chris Searer. He said kids are overrated. Yo, exactly. I don't miss them. I'm glad I didn't have any. I'm not mad at y'all for having them. I think that's the point, is that you guys that are responsible people can have children, but not all of us are supposed to. And I was one of those people that wasn't supposed to, so thank God I got that memo. Unlike the lady down the street on Section 8 with 15 kids. To you, the guys. To you guys doing a great job. You're doing God's work. I couldn't do it. Keep going. I don't do covens and I don't practice. It's nothing like that. To me, it's all organic. And I honestly try to do as little as possible. That's where I find my highest vibration, is when I don't have to do shit like that. When everything's working great, everything's flowing, and my flow is so natural that I don't have to do shit. I light my candles, I light my incense, I say what I need to say every day and protect myself, so I don't have to do shit like this. So I don't have a coven, I don't have an altar, I don't do anything like that. I just try to do as little as possible, and I think that's where the flex is. I never did either, Chris Shearer. I never wanted children. Ever. Never had that. And then when I got married, the husband just assumed I wanted children. I had to tell him I didn't want them, and he was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, before you marry me, I'm going to let you know, even for you, I'm not going to have kids. So if you want kids, you need to find someone else." He was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Yeah, for real, though." He's like, "But what? You're not going to just get pregnant in 3 years?" I'm like, "For real, I'm not going to have kids. You're going to be coming all over my stomach and my back for the rest of our relationship." He was like, "Oh, okay. All right." And I just told him I want an adult lifestyle. I want to sleep in late. I want to cuddle with my husband. I don't want to make lunches for kids. I don't want to put all my energy into that. I've been abused in my life, and I need to work that out. I have no right trying to teach somebody else something that I wasn't learned. I still have to work on myself. I want an adult lifestyle where I work on my relationship with my husband and myself. And if I want to wake up at noon and have sex on my kitchen floor, then so be it. That's the lifestyle I feel that I'm winning at. And with children, I wouldn't have been able to do that. My husband and I are more in love now than we've ever been. We've known each other for 25 years, so I think we're doing something right. Neither of us regret not having kids. We actually high-five each other that we didn't do that. I don't think we'd have the good, tight relationship that we have now if we did have kids. I know we wouldn't. I'd probably be in prison because I would have done something wrong. I would have dropped the baby. I would have, something would have gone amiss. So, I was self-aware enough to know not to have kids. But if I would have had kids, I wouldn't have been able to do what is my calling, which is rescuing senior special needs dogs. And in our 18-year marriage, we've rescued over 30 of them and give them all a second chance. And instead of them all being euthanized, they lived here. They got at least 2 to 5 years. Muggsy got 16 years with me. They were going to euthanize Muggsy. He lived for 16 years. Killer, my Chihuahua, who's here with me now, She was one of the only younger ones I adopted, but I adopted her because they were going to euthanize her because she bit. She was 1 year old, discovered on the Cleveland streets in the Cleveland kennel, and they were going to euthanize her because she was biting everybody. And they contacted me. They said, "Do you want to give her a second chance? She's only a year old. We're going to put her down." I said, "Yes." I came in. She bit me. I walked out without her that day, and I said, "No, I'm not going to take a dog that bites me like that." The second I got home, I said, "What are you doing, asshole? They're going to euthanize her." I called them right away. I said, "I'll be right back." And I don't do anything. And I came back and I got her. I've had her for 16 years. 16 years. She's had a lot of problems and special needs, and she still bites me once in a while. But that's her vibe. That's because that's who she is. That's what she went through before me. I let her have her vibe. I keep her to herself a little bit. She can do what she wants. And look, she has a great life and loves me very much and loves her life. She would have missed out on 16 years. So that's what I say about that. There's a certain clipper here that fucking makes fun of me, Steve the Leave. Okay, he clips me and he does 7-hour live streams on me, saying that I'm a PDF file, and that he says that my dog Baxter that I have right now would be better off dead. He also says that I'm abusing my dogs because he can see them behind me dying. Okay, so my dogs have special needs and they do have medical needs, and they are usually in the process of a hospice. But look, they're living their life out happily. They're getting medical treatment by the second best vet in Ohio. They go to the vet every other month, at least. At least. And there's more phone calls than that. They get meds twice a day. And if I thought these dogs were in pain, I would put them down. But there's no need for that because the dogs are living their life, their best life in their golden years in this amazing space. And people like Steve Leave have the nerve to say that I'm using them for content. I should have them put down. That you can see them behind me suffering because Baxter coughs. Yes, he coughs because he has a collapsing esophagus and trachea. That is a medical issue that millions of dogs in the United States have. It's nothing you should put your dog down over. It's something they will have in the later years of their life. But if you put your dog down over that, you're an asshole. Okay? So we give the dog medication and he still coughs a little bit. But that's fine. It is what it is. There's no need to put him down. There's no need to say I'm abusing my dogs. I'm actually, I adopted him from a family that had him since he was a puppy after 14 years, and they gave him up because of his medical needs. So now I pay for that. Actually, you do. You do, now that I'm getting paid by YouTube. So thank you guys for that. Hi, Moonfletch. How are you? Northwest, hello. What, Blacklow? What are you saying? I don't understand you. Yes, Chris here. Steve Lee from Canada. Do you know he's responsible for the smoke coming over here to Cleveland? He's responsible for everything. Steve DeLeve is a piece of shit asshole. I made a video about him yesterday. Go look on my channel. It's a great one. So Steve DeLeve starting the fires and blowing them over to Cleveland because he hates me. He's a big douchebag. Yeah, he covers me, and he's an asshole. Go check. Here, you don't even have to look on his page because most of his shit against me, you have to go behind a paywall. Go to my page. I have playlists. One of my playlists is called I Have Clippers Now. I keep some of the worst of the people that have clipped me. Oh yeah, he's one of the worst. Steve DeLeve made a 7.5-hour live stream against me. I'm going to repeat that. How long have we been streaming? 2 hours. Steve DeLeve made a 7.5-hour live stream against me talking about me and my husband. Doxing me. Talking all kinds of shit. Calling me a PDF file. None of it was true. Because he's weird. He's a weirdo dude. He never leaves his purple room. He can't get a woman. He can't get a relationship. He's obsessed with me, Daisy, Brooke, and James Soroka. So yeah, you can go see Steve harass me. He's a weirdo. Go look at my shorts. I made a cute short video about him yesterday. If you search him on YouTube, just put in Steve DeLeve and don't go to his channel. You might want to look at what about 50 other YouTubers say about him because they actually have proof of him being a PDF file. He used to like texting 14-year-olds, and he made a big stink about how Steve DeLeve loved texting 14-year-olds. So yeah, Steve DeLeve is a piece of shit. Who's this? I get a $5 fucking super chat from Nikki. Aw, thank you for the dodo. Hey, Nikki says, no, it's not Nikki, it's Nick420. Oh, it's Nick420. Nick420, thank you for seeing me. Thank you for seeing me. He says, thank you for helping the doggos. Hey, it's my pleasure. It's my calling. Most women are called to be a mother. I wasn't. I was called to that same reason. If you ask me to hold a newborn baby that you just had, gross. No, thank you. I don't want to be around it. And I had that visceral reaction. If it's an old dog with one eye falling out and three legs and smells weird with warts, oh my God, give it to me and let me love it. I don't know. It's just something that's put in me, and that's why I'm here. So thank you for seeing me. I appreciate that very much. You want to see the dogs? Here, let's do a bong hit and I'll let them out. You want to meet them? I can't move the chat anymore. It's weird. What if I can't read your chat? All my devices are. John Clark says hit the bong. I can only see chat a little bit. You know what? Oh, there it went away. Moonflesh says y'all are bragging. Hit the bong. Looking for an exit. Oh, phone's dying. Phone's dying. Power pack. Emergency. Streamer power pack. I have you. I got bitches. Hold on. We're going to let the dogs out. We're going to hit the bong. And then I'm going to abandon stream. There we go. You're back, bitches. We're at 5%. We're at 5%. We got this shit. We got this. I'm going to go let the dogs out so you guys can see them. Here they are. Here's the scuba doos. All four of them. Oh my God, we got a fucking super chat to hit the bong. Could you die? You're my best friend. Snow Angel gives me a $2 super chat to hit the bong. It's the best message I've gotten all day. Snow Angel! Love you, boo. Holding it in. Annabelle's like, I ain't doing shit. Annabelle, what are you getting into? Annabelle, what are you into? Come here. Come low. We'll put this camera down low. Go low, go low, go. Come here. Come give me love. Come give me love this way. Oh, but this one's laying in the sun. Let's just move this over a little bit. Look at Abigail. Found a sunspot. Abigail. Look at you. So this is the bonded pair that I told you guys about that we just adopted 2 months ago. This is them. This is Annabelle, the 6-year-old French Bulldog. She looks like a baby tiger. And Abigail, the 7-year-old Boston Terrier. And they don't like me at all. I don't know if you can tell. They can't stand me. They did come from a bad situation. They didn't have any stuff. People couldn't keep them. I'm not sure why. When I brought them here, they didn't want to leave my side. When I brought them outside here, they were afraid to be outside, like they had never been outside before. So I'm not sure what was going on there. Let's not eat leaves. Let's not eat that leaf. This one will eat a leaf. That's Killer barking. That's Killer, the 16-year-old Chihuahua. The white one at the door. That's the biter that I just told you about. And there's Baxter. Look how little he is. The 15-year-old Yorkie that has a collapsing trachea and is almost blind and deaf. Let's look at him. Oh, I've been muted. How long? I wonder how long. How long, you guys? We have 92 likes in chat. Before I abandoned stream, can I get you guys to get me up to 100 likes? Like it's a goal. It's a goal. Can you please get that 92 likes up to 100? I beg of you. I'll do a spin. I'll do a curtsy. Snow Angel is here. You should be able to hear me now. I turned it off. Sorry. I wonder how long I was muted, though. I do that all the time. But try to like the stream, you guys. Get that like up for me. Go up there and manually hit that thumbs up button. Or if you're on a device, double tap the screen to like my stream. Tap, tap. Double tap the screen to like my stream. Since I got Killer, Jesus Christ. That was Baxter. Same thing, though. Killer is the white chihuahua, and Skippy put her in the house. 98 likes. You guys were 2 away from 100. 2 away from 100 likes. We're going to make 100 likes on this stream. Do you know how amazing that is for us? On a Saturday morning and our second tech stream. 99. Who's out there? Who can do it? Who can do it? Who's going to push us over the edge for those likes? What can I do for you? Do you want to see Annabelle? Annabelle. Let's show them a big face up close. Always a big girl. Oh. You want to see the cutest thing in the world? We need one more like. Oh, we made it to 100. They did it because they knew you were coming. I know. They knew you were coming. Give them a look. Show them how beautiful you are. Show YouTube. Say, oh my God, you guys, my name is Annabelle. I'm a 6-year-old rescue French bulldog. But honestly, I'm baby tiger. Look at the stripes. Look how big she is. Her and Abigail are the biggest dogs I've ever rescued. Specifically that one over there, the Boston Terrier. She is the biggest dog I've ever rescued. My rule is I only take in dogs under 10 pounds. That's what I said here. There was some communication gap there, apparently. I'm glad there was, because I would have said no to a dog this size, and then I would have been out these 2 lovely beings. And these 2 were meant to be with me, and I'm sure Muggsy, my dog that passed away, sent them to me. That's for sure. Look at, she's just sitting here enjoying the breeze, being held by Mama, being a YouTube star, huh, Annabelle? Yeah, she's a gentle girl. She just loves life. She never does anything wrong. I've never had to yell at either of these dogs or even correct them. I don't think there's been 2 accidents between the both of them in 2 months since I got them. They're absolutely perfect. And believe me, I've never had a rescue like this. It's always a problem, especially with a bonded pair. This is the 3rd bonded pair that Skippy and I have rescued in our 18-year marriage, and we keep them until death. And even after that, we spend a lot of money on their cremation, and we still have all their little boxes on a shelf. So being a bonded pair, I expected a lot more work. This is the easiest. Look at those teeth. Look at those teeth. This is the easiest adoption I've ever done, and some of the sweetest dogs I've ever met in my life. Look at her. I know. She is completely gorgeous. And look, she's got such a Yeah, that's you. Huh. Okay, I'll put you down. He looks like your brother. I believe it. It's a she. And sometimes I say she looks like Naomi Campbell. Because she definitely looks like a black woman. She has black lips. She looks like a black woman. But for a French bulldog, she has very long legs. The vet doesn't think she's inbred, but they come in different forms. She has long legs, and she looks black to me, but she's beautiful. So I like to think she looks like Naomi Campbell. You see the bird drinking out of the dog bowl right there? Oh, it left. That was so cute. You want to go over and say hi to Annabelle? Let's go say hi to her, because she's really cute. You have a Great Dane, and he was a rescue. Oh, thank you for rescuing. That's a lot. You know, hey, Abigail, can you come talk to stream? Because they want to see how cute you are. I say that she is half whale and half pig, and this one is half tiger. And you're half gremlin, and you're from Fraggle Rock, aren't you? Okay, so there she is. Look at that beautiful face. Look at you. Look at you, Scooby-Doo. How, and they love each other so much. Once in a while, they'll yell at each other, but then they always end up kissing. He's so tiny compared to these 2. Look at the size difference. Look at her girth. She's at least got a waist. She does not. She's super thick like a fucking tank. And she's the biggest dog I've ever had. Last time she weighed in at 36 pounds. This one was 26. Okay, she was 37. She was 26. When we got her 2 months ago, she was closer to 50 pounds. And she was severely obese and unhealthy. And so we had to get her on the right food and exercise. That's all we've done. And she's lost this weight. You feel a lot better, don't you? You can move. She was like a basketball out to here when I got her, you guys. She was like a taut basketball. And she looked like a pin would pop her. And you had a hard time walking and it wasn't comfy. So we switched her food immediately, and I bring her out here a couple times a day, and I try to get her moving. I make her walk the steps herself. I don't pick her up for that. Just pick her up for cuddles. What about you, B? What'd you do to your ear? I know. Let's flip that back over. And he loves his new women because he did lose his best friend Muggsy in February, and him and Muggsy were best buddies. And then him and Killer were depressed. And so I heard about these two, and I rescued them, and we have new life at our house, and he loves it. Bless you. Bless you, sir. Yes, you're gorgeous. You do look like Naomi Campbell a little bit. Do you guys see it? Do you see what I'm talking about? Naomi Campbell. She's like a little bit like, I don't know, Sylvester Stallone-ish. I don't mean it. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. But you're thick, girl. You're thick as a tank. Okay, what do you guys think about that? Skippy's taking a shower. He just said when I went in there and got these dogs, he's taking a shower, and I told him I'm going to abandon stream right after this bowl. We've been streaming for 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 37 seconds. What's up, Flip Flat? Welcome to chat. Good to see you, doll. So we have 101 likes. I appreciate that from you guys. You're amazing. Thank you. Flip Flat's in chat. Flip Flat's in chat. Hey, I was excited to see you in Skip's chat yesterday. After chat, I was like, Flip Flat's there. He's like, who's Flip Flat? I'm like, I'm excited. It was great. Great to see you again, bro. I see you in other people's chats, so it's fun to see you here again. You guys, Flip Flat used to be a mod here. I used to have mods when I was foolish. Now I take care of my own fucking business. You feel me? What, Jack Reacher? Table closed clean, but the dinner went bad? What? No, nothing went bad. Everything's going well. Dinner, clothes, table, everything's going perfect. It was your first time in Skippy's chat. Skippy doesn't have much of a chat, you know? He has 15 subs on his channel, but he didn't. Annabelle, you're trying to get on the table? No, ma'am. He doesn't have much of a chat. It's usually my chat coming over there and like about 4 weirdos. He doesn't talk to chat, nor does he cam up. He's strictly filming IRL. The way I film me and document me, he documents weird shit in Cleveland. So it's a very different vibe, right? So he doesn't talk to chat. He'll never be like, hey, what's up, Flip Flat, you know? I went in there and gave him a couple mods. I think Shep is one of his mods, and a couple other people that will go in regularly just to keep my trolls out. And by trolls, I mean like Janny and Deepsy and Gish, yeah, Dope Girl, those type of people. But anybody other trolls can be in there. So, you know, Skippy's a different vibe. When you watch him, it's like watching Martin Scorsese film homeless people in a homeless encampment in a really good IRL. But you'll never get a shout out. He'll never talk to you. You'll never get this. But I respect that. I love that. So him and I stream total opposite ways. So I love seeing you there. Sativa? No. Indica. Jack says, oh, your picnic. Flip Flat says true. And honestly, Flip Flat, I think more people should stream like that. Like, do you remember when Scribbles, before Scribbles went south, and he was actually decent, and he would go downtown? Oh, lady, don't be knocking on my door. Get the fuck out of here. For no reason should you be knocking on my door. Hold up. Don't you hate neighbors? That's them getting cray. Let me put them in the house. want to finish that story. I was comparing Scribbles. Do you remember Scribbles before he lost his mind? He was actually doing some good IRL before he started doing balloons and fentanyl and harassing his wife in fucking chat. I mean, I thought he would have been a good IRL streamer if he just would have kept the camera off him and his life, shut up, and turned the camera around and streamed. I thought Scribbles would have been a really good streamer, but he fucked up and just sat there and was a lunatic, wasn't he? Just showed his asshole. So, anyways, my husband isn't interested in that kind of validation or want to cam up like that, even though he lives a much nicer life than Scribbles. But the IRL streaming, I figure, is the same. I think a lot of IRL streamers should just stream and shut up. I don't know if you agree on that, but that's where I'm coming from. A lot of IRL is ruined by the stupid streamers talking or cracking their dumb jokes or telling you their opinion or whining about this, right? Like, this is what I do. This is what I'm here to do, is whine and complain and talk to you people. But I don't think IRL streamers should be doing that. And my husband has gone to the extent where he just doesn't talk to you all. But I love it. The Scribbles versus Eric fight was absolutely hilarious. Yes, it was the best part. And I'm friends with Eric, so I'm always Team Eric. More so than that, I'm Team Bonnie Eggleston. Why are you going after Mrs. Eggleston's mailbox, yo? So I collect miniature gnomes and fairies, and I have them in my front yard. And I say this on a lot of streams, you probably haven't seen it, but in front of each one of those 5, I've got a little barrier. In front of each one is a little, like, fence. And I always say the barrier is put up just for Scribbles and his wife, because I have little mailboxes. And, it could happen. Could be a streamer gnome come by and get the mailbox. So I think that was bullshit. Isn't Scribbles going to court for that right now? I know he's streaming again, but by no means do I watch him. I used to be a buddy of his, and I used to be a mod of his, and I quit talking to Scribbles a long time ago when he started pushing around his wife on stream and doing gas on stream. I left wearing blue on that channel. I was like, I used to talk to him privately on Instagram, and I just ghosted him. I was like, this dude is not cool at all. What would have been cool to me is him respecting his wife and making that relationship grow, and him being cool with his son and being a good dad. I would have liked to see all that. That would have been cool, Scribbles. But no, he showed us the opposite. Scribbles versus Eric fight was hilarious, and Eric wearing a helmet and Scribbles wearing the American Patriot costume. No, more in depth, the vegan patriot glory hole patriot costume. Who clipped that thing looking like that Q? That's funny shit. Whatever you see, and does he call Q calls him a Pop-Tart? Funny shit. Yeah, I like to see Scribbles in any way, shape, or form with a vegan patriot glory hole mask on, and when it's in a patriotic way. Sometimes they put a cape on him and a cowboy hat, but he did that on his own on a stream, so he is asking for it. What a fucking lunatic. What a fucking lunatic. He actually did that IRL. And you know what? He didn't even do it. His wife did it, right? He let his crazy wife do it. His crazy wife. Why is she even with him still? Do you remember when he kicked his wife because she was passed out on the ground? He was kicking her. It's all weird. Cute. He's a good artist. I used to talk to him privately and stuff too. He thinks a couple of Janny's clips making fun of my cancer and stuff are so hysterical and laughing in the comments, so I don't talk to Q anymore. I just kind of ghosted him. I mean, some things you can post about me may be funny, and I'm funny, and, I might be a little bit of a low cow, but when you're making fun of my cancer, I make a perfect note of who's in those comments making fun of me or saying W or LOL, and Q is one of those people, literally laughing at my cancer joke from Janny. So whatever. So I don't think that highly of Q anymore, but I do like his art. I like the way that he portrays vegan. It's pretty real. I was friends with vegan IRL for a long time privately, and she deserves all that. She is a piece of shit, and what she's doing to Abby right now is gross. And I even told Q this privately, and Vegan and I used to talk about it. This is why I talked to Vegan, not because I was a fan, not because I wanted clout, it's because I wanted Abby. I wanted Abby to come live here, right in these walls. Right in Cleveland, right next to Kent State, where Vegan's parents are, and she could come visit her anytime, see her on my stream anytime. Vegan was all about it, but you know what? Vegan wanted more than that. Can I stay there? Can I stay there? Can I stay there for a while? This is right after Nathan's house. No, you cannot stay here. I know you. I see you. So she didn't love that. That's not why we're not talking. We're not talking because she allowed me and my husband to get doxxed in a chat after the whole gift situation, and she knew it. But that's another story. She's a piece of shit. Hi, Nolan. Bigfoot kissed my dad and called me slurs in the Goodwill parking lot. You probably deserved the slur part, I'm feeling. Alicia Holden says that's abuse. Yes. Briggy says let's do a bong rip. Let's do that because I have to get off of this stream soon. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I was lying. You know me. Look, Skippy's going to be out of the shower in 5 more minutes. We got 5 minutes. Let's put a little bit more in there. Okay. I'm not going to talk about any more about my ops because they are in the past. I'm about to hit 8K subs, you guys. I don't know how far away I am now, but I just hit 7K last month. Do you know that? And I'm about to hit 8K now. That means I've gotten 1,000 subs this month. That's what that means. Ain't no lying about those numbers. Go look at my shorts when I got the last 7K. It's wild. So my channel is booming. My channel is skyrocketing. Do I thank those people in the past for clipping me and all that shit? No, I don't. You know, I hope they die in their sleep and lose all their hair. That's what I hope for them. Okay, moving on. Love, light, and sparkles. Go. No more talk with them, no. No more talk with them. Have you guys seen my new documentary that Danny Phantom Live made of me, you guys? Flip Flat, did you see the new documentary? The new edit? It's an hour long and 4 minutes. It's very good. It's about me and Daisy the Venice Healer when we were still talking. It's just an hour long funny edit of one of my live streams and Danny poking fun at it, and it's fucking hysterical. So go to @Danny Phantom Live's page, you guys, and check that out. It's called Beginning of the End. Why? Because it was the beginning of the end of me and Daisy's relationship and the finalities of it. And then in the next few weeks, he's going to have that end video coming out. And there's going to be another edit coming out, and that's one's going to be called The White Devil. Why? Because that was the last time she was on my stream, she called me the White Devil. Why? Because there was slavery in United States history, and she blamed me for it on my stream that day. Oh, Daisy the Venice Healer. She was so adorable, wasn't she? She was fun. So please go check out my new edit/documentary by Danny Phantom Live on his channel. I've made a couple shorts where it can direct you and it'll add you right to his channel. It's DANNYFANUMBLIVE. That's how you spell the name of his channel. He has 4 released edits documentaries on me, including the one on when I lost my channel last year. If you guys are wondering about that, that one's like 2.5 hours long. So if you're going down my rabbit hole, you need to go to Danny's page and go down that rabbit hole because it sums it up pretty well for you. And Danny's my buddy. Do I have an open marriage? Hell no. I'd rather stick pins in my eyes. And any woman that looks at my man, I will cut your tits off and shove them up your vagina. Hell no. My husband and I have a very, very old-fashioned marriage, traditional. I am barefoot in the kitchen. We are old-fashioned. We hold hands when we go to sleep together. Oh, he does not fuck anyone else. I don't fuck anyone else. We don't even watch porn. We don't do that type of shit. We have old-fashioned, like, missionary fucking from reach-around sex. Like, we ain't having paddles and weird shit. No. We are a normal couple in love and act like it. So no. No open marriage. If somebody ever wanted an open marriage with me, I would behead them, put their head on a stake, and drive it around Cleveland, Ohio, and then put it in my wall with some drywall over it and some Victorian wallpaper. No. No open marriage. That is ridiculous. Why get married? Why get married? I consider marriage a huge sanctity, and it's sacred to me. I'm sacred to the sanctity of marriage. No, I would never. I've never cheated on my husband. He's never cheated on me. There's no breaks. It's no. Scorpios don't share, very loyal and stick to one. Yeah, that's it, Miss Dawn. Exactly. And I'm going to read what she said. Scorpios don't share, very loyal and stick to one. And that is true. I feel like there's no other way. Like, remember when that whole shit was going on about the Shades of Grey movie or something, about the girl gets spanked, Dakota Fanning? I was like, what are these people, what are you guys, you really fucking like that? You really want to be spanked? That turns you on? You guys are missing out on something else. You guys are missing out on the whole point. I'll tell you that. Don't bring that shit into your life, to your marriage, to your sex life. Actually, don't take for granted the real shit, the real sex. Like, I mean, you guys are crazy. No, open marriage, no. I stick to one thing. You're a Virgo, and your husband's a Scorpio. Who dat? Who dat? I like the name of your channel. That's cute. Well, my father was a Scorpio, so I know something about Scorpio men. Extremely loyal, loyal to a fault, and very opinionated. You cannot change their opinion, right? But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. As long as you always meet them where they are and never try to change them, you'd be good with a Scorpio man. You can live with that forever, and he'll treat you like a queen forever. Never try to change him because you won't be able to. Taha. Mickey says we need more women of your caliber in Australia. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I agree. There's not a lot of women that would agree with what I say right now. What women want to get crazy and have, cheat on their husbands and go on websites and whatever. Have paddle rooms and dungeons. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, is what I say. I want to hold my husband's hand and have sex the old fashioned way. Have it mean something. Call me crazy. Call me happy, though. I'll tell you that. Your mom is a Scorpio and you're a Pisces, Alicia. Okay, so your mother was a Scorpio, so your mother's like me. I like that. So your mother was probably protective and very protective of you, and very adamant and staunch in her ways. I like that. And Miss Dawn agrees with me. Thank you, Miss Dawn. Snow Angel's in chat. She's my new member today, you guys. She just became a member of my channel. That's why she's dressed in green. She says she's a Gemini. I love that. I get along with Geminis, and they're one of the few people that I do. I hate most people. I'll be honest. I don't have real friends in the real world. I'm very parasocial. I'm not trying to make friends with you guys. You can see what happened when I made friends with people. Daisy Venice Healer, Dope Girl Melissa, Father God, Huckleberry, AI Diana. So I don't be making friends with people anymore. The only friend I kept out of that shit was Danny, Phantom Live, and Mary the Mermaid Fairy. I still talk to her, you guys. She's wonderful. I love her. I wouldn't have met her without Daisy. I don't remember what Daisy was. She was a Libra. And I got along with her, but it was very forced on my end. Mary is very real. At least you get that. The only time she wasn't real is when Daisy would shut her up. And then Mary would, like all of us kind of did it a while, would get intimidated by Daisy, and she would shut up. And Daisy would be like, goddess, 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 Mary, don't speak. And you'll see a lot of that on Daisy's shows. And, I've talked to Mary about that since. I was like, make sure you speak your mind. I don't think Mary's talking to Daisy right now for the same reasons I'm not. So I talked to Mary about that. It's not my story to tell, but I love Mary very much. And I do wear this charm on my bracelet that she gave me very recently in the past year. It's got a mermaid on it. That's from Mary. All right, I'm going to take this down because I feel the storm's coming. I feel it. We'll move all this because I'm going to take this stuff in. We're going to have a pretty good thunderstorm this afternoon. These are from my garden. These are my lemon balm blooms. This is my candle, and it's got my quartz crystals that I did glue on it myself. Okay, so that's that. This is the one thing that I got for the bubble tent that I really will cherish and keep. So if you didn't hear me earlier, this is going to go over my art table in my little art studio. And like I said, I don't do art there, but boy, it will make it nice. It's where I keep my paints, my palettes, everything. And this will just make it so lovely. Whoa, whoa, bitch. Get a little excited there. Ah, so exciting, right? Let me grab a couple of these other things. This has got to go in. This has got to go in. I am not going to break this one though. Thanks for coming to my tea party today, you guys. Part 2. Text 3. Ouch! Damn it! Fucking god dang it! So what? These roots everywhere. As I walk around and I'm on 50 milligrams of gummies, I'm hungover from my Valium yesterday. I'm hazy because my tooth hurts. I'm high because I've been smoking with you all morning. I keep tripping on these things, and they're no joke. Like, they hurt a bitch's toe. They hurt a bitch's toe. Let me just get this cleaned up. A train's coming. This. If you haven't liked my stream, we're well over 100. Like it. Fuck whatever. If you have one of these devices, double tap it to like my stream. Tap the screen to like my stream. Tappy tappy poo. That. We're gonna move the obsidian to the other table. Say goodbye to it. I know. What the hell else is going on over here? I have my slut lipstick. More stuff for my mouth. We'll put this on actually. This is my lip stuff from Kelly K in chat. Hi Heather. How are you, sweetie? Good to see you. Hi MT. How are you? Yeah, I'm just taking it down. You guys are late. We're about to have a thunderstorm here, so I gotta take a lot of stuff down. It was beautiful, Heather. You might have to rewind this one, Heather. Good to see you in chat, sweetie. I'm trying to clean it off now. So, the inhaler, we hit that twice while we were on stream today. I'm not going to hit this again today because the air quality is feeling better. But I hit this a few times yesterday and today. And I think I'm done with it. I only really need this when things are severe. And this has been severe with the smoke. Fucking Steve DeLeve. It is all his fault. Fanning it in Canada. I know it. I know it was Steve DeLeve. And I made videos about it. And I stand by it. I blame Steve DeLeve for everything. Everything. We'll put this away. I have this, so I found. Does this work? Did we even try the dabs pen? What is going on? Jennifer. Everyone in chat say it. It's Steve's fault. Everything is Steve's fault. Are you guys having a bad day? I'm sure it's Steve DeLeve's fault. And say his name like that. DeLeve. That's how it's spelled. It's really spelled Lithgow. That's his doc's name. I don't play by YouTube rules. He's doxed me numerous times, so I dox back. Stephen Lithgow is a freak. No, this don't work. Okay, I can't drink any more of this because there is pop left in it. But look what's happened. Look what happened, yo. Wait a minute. This is bad news. The mosquito net didn't work. Look at that. This is full of pop. There's about this much pop left in there. Yo, come on. What with this? Is he alive? Is he moving? Now I gotta rescue this guy. Yeah, now I gotta have to have a mosquito rescue. Fuck's sake. Let me get a twig. And now I gotta get a twig. Let me put the candle down. This is also from Kelly K, just like the lip balm. Okay. Mosquito rescue. Fuck you, man. No, he is not alive. Jesus Christ. Dead. Dead. Okay, so all I have to take in is this bong that's got a hit in it and this vape. Thank you guys for having a great chat with me. And I'm going to say an important thing again. The reason we did a double stream is because my first stream, nobody got their notifications. Something's going on with my YouTube. We blame Dope Girl for that because it was never the same after I got my channel back with notifications. So here's what I'm saying to you. All of you, unsubscribe from me. Let it go for like 60 seconds. Resubscribe to me. You have to push that twice so that subscribe check goes from the second lower top to the top where it says all. That's how you get my notifications. You have to do that second step. I don't know that there is a bell that you can actually ring anymore, but if there is, do it. YouTube has changed, and maybe some of you that have been around for a long time, it's changed, and you got fucking cyberspace like me, and nothing's working. So, if you're not getting my notifications, I'm streaming all the time. So please unsubscribe from me, resubscribe, and make sure that check mark goes up to all notifications. Yuppie! How are you, sweetie? I'm almost out of here. Yeah, you came at the split's end. Good to see you, though. Miss Dawn was here for a long time. She says we like girly things, dresses, fancy glass, teacups, nail polish, etc. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I'm sure Heather's got her toenails painted. Ha! Miss Dawn says Daisy has narcissistic... I can't even say it. Miss Dawn says Daisy has narcissistic ways. No. You don't say, Miss Dawn. What? You said what? No. What's up, T. Kelly? T. Kelly. What's up, T. Kelly? Good to see you. She's in chat. She's in chat. T. Kelly. You know, I'm always going on about, like, there's another T. Kelly in chat, and I think it's you, blah, blah, blah. It's you. You're one and the same. Thank you for not hating anymore. I know you have a huge hate on for DJ Darren. And that is one of the reasons I've always liked you as a chat member. So I know you're the same person. I think you're wonderful. I admire you. I admire you for your hate of DJ Darren. You know, there's a flashback video I just put on my channel a week ago of when DJ Darren doxed me. And he doxed me over Daisy. Him and the Gray Alien doxed me over Daisy just because he was jealous because Daisy didn't want to stream with him. What do you think that says about his wiener? It's very small. It's probably is very wrinkly like his face. Oh, there's this. Christ. Good afternoon from Arizona. Your dress is so pretty. Oh, thank you. The dress is pretty. It's one of my favorite ones, and it's all cotton, and it's just so easy to wear. Just put it on and go. Life is grand. There's less smoke. It doesn't smell like burning rubber and plastic, so I'm happy about that. That is it. That's it. Spark this up for you for a second. Thanks to all of you late chatters coming in late. I love it. Where am I from? Cleveland, Ohio. Heather, I never make small wins. I never make small wins. I make huge wins. Huge wins, huge W's, huge ones. Never the small ones, the big ones. Snow Angel says, I'm always late. Well, I don't mind a late chatter. I don't mind it. I'm actually surprised any of you come ever. You know? I really am. It's shocking to me. So I'm always glad to see you guys. Winner, winning. All right, you know what I like to say about the W? Eat the W, chat. Eat the W. Eat it. Eat it. Put it in your mouth. Okay, I'll do it for you. Okay. W. It is Saturday. I'm going to go spend the day with my Skippy. I think I'm going to take a bike ride. It's hot. I'm going to put my hair up. Um, Maybe grill out today. We do have grilling in mind. I don't know. He said he bought some groceries when I was streaming. I don't even know what they are. So I'm excited to go see what's in the kitchen. My husband's all fresh and clean, still on vacation. So W's all the way around. And we had two really successful streams today. And I want to get this message out to you more than anything, you guys. Please unsubscribe from me and resubscribe because something is going on with my YouTube. It's not giving y'all the correct notifications and you should be getting them. Make sure you have subscribed to me, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and put that check to all. And you have my notification bells on because this is my daily diary. And more than numbers, more than donos, more than anything, I just want you guys to show up. So you guys can always watch me later, but if you show up, I think that's the most amazing part. That's where we get that collective consciousness. That's where that vibe and that magic happens. So tomorrow morning is Sunday. That's when we do our most fabulous stream. What is it? Cleveland Church. It's always unmonetized. We always be dancing to Pantera on the couch out here doing cartwheels. I'm gonna wear shorts. I've already had a splits challenge for tomorrow. Okay, I can't do the splits. I'm 56 years old. I used to be able to. I've been practicing a little bit. I can do a little bit better. We'll try. Maybe we'll do some cartwheels, some handstands, and try to do the splits tomorrow. Do you want to do that? We'll get wild and crazy. Cleveland Church tomorrow morning, up and early. I'll see you then. You guys were a double U. Eat it. I'll get you out. I'll get you out that way.